All right. Envy, would you like to tell us what happened last time?
Sure, I can. I'm gonna need some help because I don't remember a lot of the stuff. But and I put in a very very quick version of it, but help me out with details. So we were in the dungeon and we rejoined next to like the illusory wall and we killed the crawler thing and we basically just went to go long rest after chasing down the Neogi guy for a while. And we rested in a room that had some cool new drawings. There was some cages, some holes in the floor, and a dead corpse with a little sack of items and a staff. I don't know what all the items were, but
There's a ring, the staff. There's like a coin purse with some money in it, I think. And I feel like there's one more thing.
Gems.
was it gems?
Yeah, I have the bag of gems.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and wasn't there like a potion in there? Or
I thought there were scrolls in it, but maybe
scroll.
not.
Yeah, there was a scroll. There was the Crown of Madness scroll, I think.
Okay. So we got up, we did our watches, we went over and had thus bashed down the door to the mess hall area next to the kobolds' living quarters, where we got ambushed by a phase spider. The phase spider got quickly killed. Then we went over
Fuck that thing up.
decorative door, was trapped. Somebody nearly fell into a pit in front of it. We were like, oh, well, how do we get through then? We had to go look for a key. We went back to the painting by the Arkham Stonefoot guy.
The racist painting.
Yeah, the racist painting. When I tried to touch it, it flew from wall to wall. You guys grabbed it, found a key on the back. We used that to open the door. We went back over the decorative door, ran into there, saw that there was the sword. Oolog immediately ran in and ran into a gelatinous cube. At the same time, a bunch of shadows ambushed the area, and we had this big, massive brawl. We killed everything, barely.
Barely.
Very consistently that we barely kill things, with people almost dying. That being said, we did succeed. We got the sword. We got a handful more of treasure that I don't remember what it was. I think that was the gem and money and other stuff.
Bunch of potions.
Yeah, bunch of potions. And then we exited the cave, and as we left the cave and the dungeon, we saw a ship leaving, like this massive flying, like weird alien-like ship that was leaving the area, and also a dragon. And the dragon kind of casually chatted us up. He was like, "Yo, what's up? My name's Kelmore."
Kelmore, he was cool.
Like, yeah, you guys are cool. Let me talk to you. You took care of the yogis for me, and I was like, "Yo, you're probably not real." But he was definitely real. And,
he was so real.
I don't know if there's anything really important that happened during that conversation. Like, I know we got a lot of information and stuff confirmed, but other than that, the only thing important that I remembered was that we totally got to ride up his back all the way back to Sirius.
Yeah, I think are we still riding on his back?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I think I ended smoking.
Yeah, you guys are still just chilling, enjoying the ride up in the cold air. I should get
anything I missed?
Sorry, go ahead.
Anything I missed that you guys want to mention? Because I a lot of stuff. Details, like cool details.
I know we found out that the Neogis have just started coming like a few months ago, according to Kelbor, at least from what he knows.
And they're enslaving creatures to, I think, take back to their home.
To like
to
build
work
shit
for them.
Yeah.
It's letting them to build shit.
Which is a pretty shitty thing to do if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's up there. That's like a pretty bad thing.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
It's not a good.
Yeah, most people frown upon it. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's see. I don't think there was really much I remember. I think you guys probably all noticed the shadows seemed to completely ignore Malone for whatever reason. They
I wanted to
past
ask
him,
him about that.
Yeah,
right past him to just fight everybody else and didn't even attempt to attack him at all.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let's see. Yeah, you guys found the couple the staff and the new sword. that you were sent to
During
get.
Dana.
Yep. That seemed to, once you guys took it outside, seemed to try to catch all the rays from the sun. Like it seemed to almost be drawing sunbeams into itself.
Remind me just real quick. Felpor was a bronze dragon, right?
Brass.
Mm-hmm.
Brass. Thank you. I think I wrote bronze in brass.
And he has a huge domain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in the mountains. Yeah.
So they're a recent menace with the controlling creatures to enslave them and bring them back to their planet to do construction and minority tasks. I'm just
Can I ask Calvord? Hey, do you know the dragon who rules over like the southeast portion of this land?
Southeast portion. Over in that direction. Let me get
Right.
my list of dragons. He says, let's see. Yeah. Yes, that's my friend Arum rules that land. He doesn't get out much. He tends to stay in his own lair and just kind of rule from above, but he's relatively good if he can, even if he's cranky at times.
He's not as social as you are.
No, not many of us are social. We tend to.
Do you
like
guys
to
have
keep
like
to ourselves.
do you guys have like meetings?
Yeah, we do. We every once in a while. We had one not too long ago.
Wow.
If you if you happen to see him, could you maybe put in a good word for me? My whole clan's down that area, so
Oh.
Okay.
just in case I run into him
and-
sometime later on.
And what should I tell him your name is?
That's a good question. Yeah.
I must know who to put in a good word for.
Just tell them that you came across a traveling furball from the area. They'll know.
Well, I'll let him
Oh,
know,
no.
but chances are by the time next time I see him, you'll probably be dead. No, I didn't mean that as a threat. Sorry. I see how that came off. But
Jeez, Calbor. I mean,
it's just gonna be a long time, and I know you people don't live very long, so I would.
Well, we live pretty long, but I'm already in the twilight of my years, you might say. So you're probably right.
I don't want to say anything.
how often do you?
even posthumously though, if you could just tell him that you met me and that I wanted people to know that I was out here doing some good things.
Sure, no problem.
what was Kelbor's domain again?
Thanks, Cowboy. It's all the way like from Cirquet down to like Gebinet, right? And east to the mountains.
West of the mountains and east of the
East
ocean.
to the mountains, I mean.
Oh, east to yeah.
So I want to take another deep inhale of my pipe weed and like look over to Malone and be like, hey Malone, so I got a question for you.
What's up, Ulan?
So remember when we were back fighting the cube and those shadows? I couldn't help but notice that the shadows weren't really paying attention to you. What's up with that?
So I have a question for the DM. Actually, a couple questions. Are we doing this while we're on the dragon?
Yeah.
Still? Okay. What's the sitting order for the dragon? Like, I assume if I'm sitting in front of Ulag,
Ulag
and
was
we're
like
trampling
pretty stoked, so I feel like he's up front.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
okay.
definitely would have tried to get near the front.
All right. As I say, because if we're flying pretty fast and you're behind me, there's no way I'm gonna hear you.
We're saying, even if it doesn't make sense, you guys can talk to each other and talk to a dragon.
Oh, okay. All right. You messaged me something around about this. Do I actually know the answer to this?
Probably not. Probably
Yeah.
not know that. No.
Yeah. So, no, honestly, I have no idea.
Well,
I
I'm
actually
not going to be
expected
an untrusting person, but I'm going to say that's a little sketchy.
Nah.
Giving him some of his own medicine. I like it.
Yeah. Well, just know,
Rude.
keeping an eye on you, Malone.
I was full well ready for them to attack me. They waltzed past, and I was very surprised.
Oh, so you're saying that you're not sure why?
Right, yeah, I actually have no idea.
Well, I guess we'll see how that plays out at a later date.
Is there anything else I can do to convince you?
No, I mean, I'm not particularly distrustful of you right now. You haven't done anything to, sway my trust one way or the other, so I'll stay neutral in the matter. Hey, Cowboy, how long till Osiris?
Just a couple hours.
Okay.
Won't take me too long to get there. But
Sounds good.
I can't just fly you into the city.
Oh, no,
It would
yeah.
alarm people, even if it is getting pretty dark.
That's understandable.
That would be a really grand entrance, though. Are you sure? I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, we shouldn't bring too much attention to ourselves.
I'm. Some know of me there, but it's. Even if it would be cool to show myself and fly into the middle of the city and deposit you, it's just not very nice. The guard may not recognize me, and it would cause a whole bunch of issues and a lot of paperwork. So we'll just I'll let you down outside the city, and you can walk in.
Should we give Arma your regards? Should we give him a message from you, or?
No, if I need to send him a message, I can do it myself.
Understood. Yeah, sorry, I feel you're all-powerful dragon and all, Sorry. You're just so casual, it's hard not to forget.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you're pretty cool for a dragon.
I think you guys should hold on a sec, and then I can help you remember.
Oh.
Does everybody hold on? As he
Yeah,
says, as he
I
says that,
grab on.
as you,
I like
you,
to try
you,
to
you
I
hear
brace
him
myself.
hold on, and you feel him start to like tilt.
Ooh.
As he does that, he just kind of turns full upside down, and then just goes in a steep dive. Somehow, even if you guys aren't hanging on all that well, you don't seem to just go flying off him. Somehow you're able to just stay on, and he doesn't let you go. But he goes into a deep dive, and when you feel like you're about to hit the ground, he just pulls up all of a sudden and swoops back up, straight up into the air. It's quite scary, I'd say. Can everybody just give me I don't know what this would be to hold your lunch.
Hold my lunch. I guess
Con
Constitution.
save, right?
Con
Yeah,
save?
we'll say it's con. I don't know how many of
Alright.
you guys are afraid of heights, but this is, even if you're not, this is quite
Oh, this is terrifying to me.
yes, this is the worst.
I have disadvantage.
Do you have disadvantage?
Okay.
I'm saying I have disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
I don't like heights.
Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, Thusk, this were you sitting at the back?
I got a nat. Sure. I get a nat 1 out of that.
Okay. Well, as you just go into the loop and then come back up, you just kind of lean over the side and just barf, lose all that you ate, and it is disgusting. You taste it all again as it's coming back up, but you come back up into the about the same height you were before, and he.
I'm pointing and laughing at those.
I'm like, I'm also laughing. I'm like, oh yeah, that doesn't taste as good coming back up.
Real
I
tough
just-
guy, huh?
I just look sick. Just
Uh,
not at all in a good place.
Kelbor turns back around to you, Ulag, and he just says, "Does that help you remember how powerful I am?"
Oh shit. Oh shit. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
lost your
sorry.
camera, but
I think
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know
back.
what the fuck just happened.
that certainly jogged my memory.
And-
tell you that much.
And
Yeah.
he also says, "Though I am casual and friendly to you now, take care not to anger me, for I could
Ooh.
squash you in a moment."
Oh, understood, Calebor. Way to flex on us.
Yeah, gee. We thought you were cool, man.
Yeah.
Would you like to get down?
No, no,
I
no.
can let you
Yeah, we're
off
good,
right
Cowboy.
now.
We're good.
If you'd like to get off,
We
No,
cool.
no,
you're
no,
feel free to
no.
just get off right now.
I'm just saying. I thought we were friends.
We are. We are very much
Okay.
friends.
So, like, yeah, we're not gonna cross you, man. We know better.
No.
The
Wouldn't even
order of
dream
things
of
is important to me. I understand where you sit atop of this.
Very well. So, tell me more about you
Go for
guys. Where do you come from? What's your
Yeah.
Where do you go?
what's your story? You told me a little bit. I'd love to hear more. How about you?
Yeah, you already heard my story.
How about you, Elfman? What's going on with you?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, Brother Arma helped me out. I was my parents died, so I figured I'd help them.
Yeah, well, that's just how you got into this. Well, you've been on this around here for some time, right?
Yeah, I
Where-
grew up in Osiris. My parents managed an alchemist shop. I grew up. I studied under them, and I worked there for a while.
Alchemy.
I figured I would I'd just help out Brother Arma and go along. I'm looking for somebody, or I guess I don't know who exactly, but I figured this would be the start of it, and I would continue afterwards looking for them.
Who are you looking for?
No, I don't know, actually.
Pussy.
Why are you looking for them?
Oh, well, I'm trying to find the people that killed my parents.
Oh. Ah. What kind of?
Man, we should find those people. We should fuck them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
What kind of leads do
You
you have
guys
so
are all
far?
very welcoming. I appreciate your excitement or excitability to aid me on this, but I don't necessarily need this. I'd rather go on this kind of on my own for a bit. I'll definitely help you guys out and look out for information, but this is rather a solemn thing for me.
Solo revenge, eh? Lone Wolf Malone.
And Gelbor, I don't really have any leads. That's kind of why I took this option from Brother Arma, so I could start adventuring and, kind of learn how to adventure, so I could find some leads possibly.
Looks like we're both out for revenge, Malone.
What kind of revenge are you out for?
Let's steal my parents' money. Take their blueprints.
Ooh, that sounds good too. How are we gonna choose?
we can do both.
We got the slaves too, though, guys. Don't forget.
Yeah, unlike Malone, I would love your guys' help in doing that. But later
There's a
date.
lot on the plate.
What about you, Tree?
Uh,
I know you seem to have just stumbled into the situation, but
yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm a
you mentioned your people are all the way in the southeast, but you're up here?
yeah. I mean, my people are all around, but my specific clan hails from the southeast, from the forest down there. But yeah, I'm no longer really a part of my clan.
Did they kick you out?
They're not a huge fan of me. They're pretty traditional in the Furbolg ways, and I kind of I see a lot of things differently from the way they do, and
I know that feeling.
they didn't necessarily agree with a lot of it. So I've been on my own for a little while, just kind of roaming around. I can pretty easily live off the land. It's part of what I was raised and taught to do. But yeah, I've been looking to. I'm also looking for something, not someone, and not revenge. and similar to Malone, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I'll know when I see it.
Oh. Is it like an
I want to
item?
gain power. I want
Whoa.
to be more powerful.
Ooh. I didn't expect that from you, Tree.
Yeah, well, neither did my clan, I guess.
Hey, you know, not mad about it. We're glad you're here.
Malone, where did you learn all this magic that you have?
Well, it's funny that you asked that. And you may not believe it, but actually, as I mentioned before, I took over the alchemy shop my parents owned when I was um, after they passed on, and I actually had no magic before that. One day, a stranger came in to. I'm really bad at acting. It's hard to not laugh. At
You're good.
No. So while I was in my shop one day near closing time, it was almost dusk in Osiris, and a stranger walked in. I didn't really get a good look at their face, but they said some things, and they kind of just browsed through the potions, and then just placed my sword that you see on the table.
Hmm.
And I kind of, you've ever had a feeling where you saw something and you were drawn to it, and
Every time I see alcohol.
yeah, and so um, that whole day evening was a bit of a blur. Um, I ended up with the sword, and ever since then, whenever I messed with the sword, I just had these magical abilities. Um, don't really know how I got them, but if I figure them out, I'll let you know.
Hmm.
You don't know who this person was.
No,
Did
there
you see
seemed to
their
be
face?
some. No, they kind of kept their face hidden. They had a hood on, and I couldn't really see well into it. You notice how the sword gives off like this smoky aura?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of that smoky aura seemed to envelop the person as well. You couldn't really see much about them or get a good sense of their face.
This person sounds powerful.
The sword's very
Mysterious.
powerful, so I
I've
imagine
seen the
it makes
sword's
sense.
power.
Hmm. Yeah, well, that's a mystery that sounds like it should be solved.
How long ago was this?
Oh man, actually, let me pull up that backstory because I think it was probably about I can't remember if it was 3 or 4, 7 or 8 years ago.
No, it's not that long.
Rob, do you remember? I told you.
I
Maybe
feel
longer?
like it was 7 or 8.
Me too. That's why I was wondering. Yeah, this was probably 7 or 8 years ago.
You've never seen or heard from that person again? Nothing.
No, but sometimes
Wow.
when I use the sword, I can hear a
Oh,
voice.
since the sword? Okay. I don't. Do we establish when? I think that was
I
in.
thought oh no,
I think your
yeah, no.
the parents was a few was longer
Oh, you're
ago,
right.
and the sword
I
was
think that was
just a
3 to.
couple weeks.
Yeah, just like a couple weeks ago, I thought.
Yeah. But yeah, your parents have been dead for a while.
Hmm. Yeah, let me take a look here. Uh, I should have just gone on the thing I pinned. I had it pinned in our DMs. Jump
Do
to
you
that.
mind? Do you mind me asking, like, what exactly happened to your parents?
Um,
I know they were killed, but I mean, was it
it's
a
been
robbery gone wrong, or was it a targeted thing? Do you know?
I it's been a while, but nobody's actually asked. I actually have never had anybody ask me about my parents. Everybody just seemed to move on. None of the shop helpers or anything. They just kind of acknowledged it and moved on.
Sounds like you got some shitty friends.
No, I wouldn't say they were friends.
Well,
I kept to myself.
death is hard for some people.
No,
That's true.
I don't know if it was a targeted thing. For a period before their murder, they seem to have had some interesting folks visiting the shop. Not like the the person who gave me a sword by any means, but when I found them in their bed, getting ready to go to the shop one time in the morning, and somebody had stabbed them where they laid in their bed. Again, like I said, Brother
It's
Arma
terrible.
was able to help me, try and find out if they knew anything about who would have attacked them. He helped me speak with them after they passed the next day, and they didn't know anything about if they had anybody out trying to attack them or anything.
Yeah, that's no good way to come to your end.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to hear that Brother Arma was there, though. It sounds like he's a good person, and having being the one who hasn't met him yet, it's good to know that we're doing some work for the right side. It sounds like.
It seems like it so far. Just gotta get this sword back to him.
Oh, I should mention that there is one last thing. I don't know if any of you will have any insight into this. I've had weird dreams ever
Ooh.
since their death.
Like,
Haven't-
weird
haven't-
how?
Visions mostly. Things that just seem far too real. Oftentimes in dreams, or at least for me, you could always see something that set it apart that you knew, like, oh, it's a dream. But these weren't necessarily dreams. They felt far more like visions, whether into the future or
More
past.
prophetic?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Have
That's
any of these
interesting.
visions come to light yet?
No, nothing that I can. I've kind of recounted a few scenes that I've seen a couple times, like my parents' death, but no, nothing that I've.
So it's been a few weeks that you've been having these dreams, or longer?
Yeah. It's no, it's been ever since their death.
Since
it's
their
been,
death. Okay.
Yeah. It's been
Mm.
years and years. They're not that frequent, but they're frequent enough
they-
to remind me every so often.
They're not always the same. It's not
No.
It's not a recurring vision. It's just can be
Nope.
different each time.
Oh,
Hey.
definitely. Yeah, they
You
vary.
should
quite a
you
bit.
should record them. You should write it down.
Sounds like you got some fucked up shit in your brain, man. Someone got in there.
Do you need a good cry, Malone? I mean, you can cry on my shoulder, man. I know you didn't really get to
Gonna
mourn
push-
for your
gonna
parents.
Push Ulag away.
I'm like, whoa, we're on Dragon right now. Don't. Sorry, sorry, I didn't mean to overstep my boundaries,
Yeah.
Malone.
It's a sensitive subject.
Understood. Anyways, well, I guess in other news, it's pretty nice out today, isn't it? Well, what's the weather like right now? Are we in the clouds?
Yeah, you guys are up in the clouds. There's not a whole lot of clouds in this area. But you're high. You're pretty fucking high up. And you're flying. Well, at this point, the sun's very close to setting. As you guys came out, it was setting. So it's definitely dusk. And the weather's clear. Like there's not any kind of storm or rain or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the order is
But it's
Ulag in
cold
front.
AF out here.
I think it's Ulag in front, and then Malone, and then Tree, and then Dusk.
Yep, that was my thought.
My arms are like around Tree's waist, just like hugging him for dear life.
I'm not like I don't enjoy it, but I'm not gonna
Just
make
gotta
him stop or anything.
let it happen.
I'm not gonna draw attention to it.
Mr. Orkman, you don't seem to be enjoying this.
Nah. Nah.
Now, would you like me to set you down here, or I can let you guys off and you can travel a few more hours to Osiris, or you can. Okay.
I'm very adamant about no to whatever anyone has to say to me.
He's not even hearing them. He's just saying no. No.
No.
As soon as everybody starts
like
talking,
this? Were you
I
like-
was very uncomfortable before he did the little dive bullshit. Now I'm just
All right. All right. Yeah. Can you give me as Kelbor begins to open his mouth and give the throat singing that he's been doing? Can you you hear? You guys kind of all see this, and can you Thus? Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
That's 2 in a row.
keep me bringing me these nat ones.
I was considering using mine for that, but I'm glad I didn't have to. Well, you guys kind of all see, or Tree, you kind of feel his arms go limp for a bit, like a good minute. They just kind of go limp, and if you look back at him, he just kind of seems to be just staring off into space, and not doing much of anything.
Whoa. I'll have what he's having.
And this lasts about a minute, as he's just kind of out of it, incapacitated. It seems like. Thus, when you come back, you have no memory of that entire dive that he did.
Dang.
What?
So I'm still uncomfortable, but I'm not
Y-
not adamantly freaking out.
You just remember flying peacefully through the air this entire time. You
Okay.
do not remember that dive or that you threw up at all. You still have that little bit of taste in your mouth from whatever, but you don't remember any of that.
Sounds good.
How are you doing, my orc friend?
Nah. Nah. Shake my head a little to the side. Nah.
I think he said so.
I'll take it.
Nah.
Man, this guy's using all his good spells. He's gonna be out of spell slots. You guys could kill him. No.
We didn't say that.
Just
Come
can't
on.
give it the other side.
Yeah. So, thus seems much calmer. And as he's hanging on to you, Tree, the rest of the ride, he doesn't have a death grip, but he's still holding tight.
Thanks, Kelbor.
Don't mention it. Literally, I mean, it's probably better just not to speak of that ever.
Agreed.
Understood.
So, how long have you and Brother Arma been friends then?
Who are you talking to?
To Kelbor.
Oh,
You said you guys are close, yeah?
I mean, as close as someone like me and someone like him can be.
Right.
I've known him for quite a few years. 30 or 40 years by your time, I think. It's been a while. He's a good man, and he's done good things, and Cyrus wouldn't be the same without him.
He seems like quite the figure there. Sure, he has a lot of influence on the people.
Maybe. I know he kind of tries to keep to his own the things he needs done, and doesn't really do all that much with the city itself. But yeah, he definitely has a lot of people that listen to him and work for him.
So, more of him sending people like us to do a test.
Maybe. Yeah, and I'm sure whatever he has planned for you will be something that's good for someone.
Hope so.
Maybe
Hopefully
not
me.
you.
Oh, okay.
Maybe for you. Who knows? I mean, his tests can be dangerous. Not everybody survives. His jobs can be even worse.
We're quite the lively crew. I think we could handle whatever he throws our way.
That's a good attitude to have.
Hey, Kelbor, and also anybody else who has Probably Malone. Like you're from Osiris. Anybody who's spent a lot of time there, do you guys know? Have you heard anything about like a necromancer in the city?
Yeah.
Mm, no.
I haven't heard any.
You're probably talking about the wizard who lives right outside town.
I've just
What?
heard rumors.
Yeah, Armor told me about him. He said there's a wizard who lives right outside town somewhere. That's
You
all
know,
I know.
you know his name?
Well, I guess I'll talk to Arma about it then. Sounds like he knows something about it.
Yeah, Armor didn't tell me his name. He didn't seem to know it either. He just always said it was just a wizard outside town.
Hmm.
But that could be who you're talking about. I don't know. I haven't met any kind of necromancer in quite a few years. They tend to keep their magic hidden, as even if it can be beneficial, it's a lot of people don't like it.
Right. Well, I appreciate the information. I'll make sure to speak with Arma about it.
All right. Anything else you guys are doing on the rest of your flight towards Osiris?
I don't think so.
Well, no other
I'm
issue.
good.
Oh, sorry. Are you saying something?
No, I'm good.
Cool. There are no other issues the rest of the way. The sun does fully set, and by the time he starts to descend, and you guys see what looks like the city ahead of you. None of you have ever seen it from this vantage point before. And Tree, this is probably your first time ever seeing it. But you can see it's this large walled city that's on the bank of a river to the south of it. But there are these very large walls that surround it entirely, except for the river. And
I'm gonna mention as I pull in and kind of have a revelation that. Well, I guess I should ask you first. Is this past the normal curfew hour?
it's been a couple hours since the sunset, so chances are by the time you get inside it would be.
Okay. I'm going to mention this to everybody that who else was from Osiris?
I don't remember if I am, to be honest, or if I'm nearby.
I don't think you are. Pretty sure
I
Okay.
you're
thought Ulag was.
No, I'm not. I'm from
Okay.
Thoth.
I'm gonna mention to
University
everybody
City.
that for as long as I can remember, Osiris has had a curfew. I don't know quite why, but it has. I've never cared to challenge it. But we should, if we're going to enter the city, we should probably wait until tomorrow morning. It would not be best to go in during the night.
You don't think they'll let us in?
I don't know if there'll be anybody watching. I don't know what we might find. I just know I don't want to get in trouble.
I want to drink so bad, Malone. I don't know if I can wait another night.
Do I have anything I can use to make him alcohol?
I don't know. What kind of things do you have with you?
I don't think I do.
There's like brewer's tools or something like that?
No, I don't have any.
If
of
we had
those.
any fruit, I could maybe use my cantrip.
What cantrip?
I have a decompose cantrip. It's a homebrew thing.
Oh, that what you used on the crawler?
Yeah.
So you're gonna make the fruit old?
But it's specific to dead bodies, so I don't think it would
Oh.
really work on fruit.
Hmm.
We could try it.
Well, it's not that pressing, but if we really can't go in, then that's fine.
I mean,
I feel like we should at least try.
okay.
Is there a heavy guard presence?
GM. I'm looking the wrong way. Hold on. Is there a heavy guard presence?
At night, definitely. and there's always guards around the walls. Most of the time, it's not super crazy. It's not like a town at war,
Right.
but there's definitely guards all around, and chances are, if you were walking through the city at any time, you'd see a guard or be seen by a guard.
Yes.
I will say, if we do want to try to go in, which, I'm all for it.
Yeah. I don't think it'll hurt.
I did just learn a new trick that might help us out. Make everybody much harder to detect.
Oh, are we
I
trying
don't
to be sneaky?
Yeah,
think-
if we want to sneak in.
Oh. But we have business there, so we don't need to sneak in there.
You think we're just gonna walk in? He said that
I mean,
the walls are heavily guarded.
listen, I'll smooth talk the guards. Listen.
All right.
I don't know what,
Leave it to
guys.
me.
Brother Arma's probably asleep. We don't need to even be in there until tomorrow morning. We've already visited.
Log wants a drink. I want to see the city. I've never been.
You can see the
in a
city
this
tomorrow.
size. It's like a kid going to Disneyland, though.
Listen, all we really
What's
did
a
tonight-
Disneyland?
I have to sleep outside the front gates of Disneyland. Like that.
Yeah,
Would...
see?
It's on
Outside.
the west coast. Answer, cat.
The West Coast. Well, I think you don't have to come with us, Malone, if you're afraid of getting in trouble. But I'll definitely go up there and ask.
Go for it.
I guess we don't have as much to risk since we aren't from here. We don't have established business here the way that Malone does.
Very true. Yeah, I guess he would know a little bit more about Osiris, but I feel like they'll let us in.
Yeah, don't listen to the guy who's lived there his whole life.
I'm with you, Log.
At
We're
this
gonna find out the hard way.
dusk,
I'm gonna stick with Malone.
Guess it's me and Tree going to smooth talk the guards.
at this point, Cowboy has gotten really low and let go of the animals on the ground, and then flown a little bit away and landed himself and let you guys easily climb off.
All right, can I try to slide down his tail?
Sure. Oh, yeah. Sure.
As he
You just-
whips you into a tree and kills you instantly.
Oh, please, no!
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, sure.
No.
Yeah, you easily just slide right down his tail and hop off
Okay.
the end.
And I give him a little pat on the tail. I'm like, thanks, Cowboy.
He pats you back with his tail, which actually pushes you about 5-10 feet away. As he just kind of slides you.
Oh yeah. That's how I like it.
Okay.
Anyway,
I give him a
we're
pat on
gonna
the side.
get going. Thanks,
So-
Cowboy.
Thanks so much for the ride. It was incredible meeting you. I hope we cross paths again.
We'll see you again, Cowboy.
Hope so
I'm gonna be
too.
as formal with him as I possibly can be, and nobly thankful.
If you can give word to us, do let us know if the Nyogi return. We'd certainly be interested in dispatching them again. I would, at least.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will let you know.
I definitely want to learn more about.
I don't know if they would come back here. They seem to have overstayed their welcome, but they may. I don't know much about them. But I will let you know if I hear anything about them or any other
Yeah, that's perfect.
invasions of theirs.
Appreciate that.
Well, I guess I get all my shit together, strap on everything real tight. And I'm like, you guys just gonna chill out here? You wanna walk a little bit further? Before me and Tree go and try to talk to the guards?
I look to Malone.
I'd like to know if I have any idea at all, if it is like an on-site arrest style thing that they do with curfew, or if they just tell you to go back to your home, or have I ever been in a situation where I've interacted with guards about curfew?
Well, I don't know if you. I think you said you didn't try to like get around it or anything. You were mostly
I
just
haven't.
following it and going along with whatever happened. I mean, you probably would have at some point needed to go somewhere after curfew, and all the time, like anytime you would have to be escorted by a guard. They would take you, and they would always go like instead of taking a straight line to wherever you were going, it was always a strange like they were always seemed to avoiding certain parts, and it was different times each different places each time you went out. So like one night you were going out, you avoided the waterfront district and didn't go through there. Another time
Mhm.
you didn't go through all the shops area.
Mhm.
But yeah, any time
Okay,
you
but it's
needed to go
doable.
out at night, you had to be escorted by a guard. There was no traveling
All
without
right.
them, and if you were caught outside curfew, then
Oh,
typically you would be jailed at least for the night, depending on who you
the
are and what you were
intention.
doing.
Okay. I mean, I guess we can. Let's stay like not necessarily associated with them, but watch what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
After Kelbor lets you guys off and bids his farewell and bows his great head and says goodbye to each
I
one of
give
you,
him a salute.
you see him again just vanish completely from your sight, as if he was never there. And then you
Whoa.
can feel him leaving as you're buffeted by the wind gusts created by his wings as he takes off and flies up somewhere.
Sick.
So we don't know which
Stealthily.
direction he went, because...
Yeah, who knows?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
He just disappeared and flew off into the air somewhere.
Fair enough, Kalebor. Fair enough. What a cool dragon.
Yeah, no
Right?
kidding.
I don't think I've ever met a dragon that's wanted to know about my situation.
I give him an odd look, and I'd ask him, "You've met multiple dragons?"
Well, Rob, you said dragons are very common, right?
Yeah, you've seen them around for sure. I don't know if
Right,
you've
well-
actually interacted with them personally.
Yeah. No, well, I'll say that I've never actually interacted with one that, extensively, but I have been in the presence of dragons before.
Yeah, same. That he's definitely unique.
I'd say so. Well, if you don't mind, Tree, you want to go ahead and see what these guards say?
Yeah. I'm right there with you, buddy.
All right, we'll just walk side to side, make sure nice and slow, so I don't think we're a threat. And I guess I'll start, heading towards the front, I guess the gate.
Yeah, you guys are probably outside the east gate here. But yeah, you walk right up to it. Tree, yeah.
Okay.
Very odd couple looking as a 3-foot tall gnome walking next to this massive 8-foot tall. How tall are you, Tree?
Yeah, almost 8.
This massive 8-foot tall creature. The guards, you see a couple of them up on the wall above the gate. One of them looks down and sees you guys, and then you hear him shouting something to a couple of his buddies, and a few more come running over towards where you guys are.
I'm just like, oi!
And he calls back, "Oi! What you doing? What you doing here? What's your business?"
We have business with Brother Arma. We just got back from his test, and we'd like to get into the city to, rest for the night.
Why are you here so late?
Well, we just got back from the mountains. It's quite the travel. We didn't expect to get here past curfew.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can't just let you go walking in. You'll have to pay the toll, of course, to enter after curfew.
Let's understand. How much is the toll?
It's just 5 gold for your party. Man, my accent seems to
Oh.
be changing. That's weird.
It's all good. He's just having a night. He's probably been up for a while.
Yeah.
I'll pay for the party.
Okay, cool.
Is
And I'm like,
is it
hey
just the
guys,
two
it's
of you?
cool.
Oh, there's more of you. Okay.
There's
There's 2
4
more.
of us.
How many?
Okay.
There's
4.
4 total.
4? Okay. Damn, that means I'll have to give a couple guys to go with you. Where are you headed?
Well,
In the city.
either.
Where's a good
Do I
place to
know-
take up lodging for the night?
Do I know of a tavern that I would recommend?
Let's see. I think you know of the Barge Right Inn.
Yes, that's right. I do remember you mentioning
And
that.
Barge right.
BARGE.
That's good.
Barge
WRIGH.
right in, yes. The barge right in.
I
Yeah,
like that.
you know of that
Yeah,
place,
actually,
and
yeah.
you've probably interacted with the proprietor. You probably know of a couple others around. If that's not something, if that's not a place you would like to go tonight.
Hey, well, I guess I'll just ask Malone. Like, what's the best place?
Do I know of any others or just the barge right
Yeah. Let's see. Let me find my list. You also know
I also
there's the Blue Dragon Inn and Tavern. That's on the western side of the Osiris.
that's gonna be far since we're on the east.
That one's it does have a small inn, but it's also used by a lot of locals because it has a small casino inside, and there's lots of betting and games going on there. Pardon me.
Casino. Games?
Let me see, where's my other? And then there's a few other just like smaller ones that some of the locals really like, but those are the two big ones that are most common, most
I think this is the
frequented.
closest one. Because
Probably the Barge Right Inn. It's actually on the eastern side of town.
yeah, sure. Barge right in then.
Barge right in? They got some good drink?
Yeah, it's all right. Okay. Give us a minute. We'll let you in. Just know you'll have to stick with us and can't go wandering off without us.
We'll be cool.
As they're coming around, can I? I'm just gonna like gather up a bunch of leaves and branches and shit from the ground. Just stuff them in my sack.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Do we see you do that? Like, you just
Yeah,
pick it
yeah.
up and just like shove it in your...
It's not like I'm not trying to hide it.
Oh, okay.
Just a bunch of like whatever is loose on the ground that I can grab.
That's for him to smoke later.
Hey, saving it for later, Tree?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
I'm just you'll see.
Oh, okay. I like surprises.
I'm a little embarrassed, okay, but you'll see.
I'm gonna go over to Petunia and I'm gonna ride her in.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure Onyx comes in as well.
No problem. So the man up on the wall does send a couple of his guards down towards the gate. He stays up there, kind of watching you guys. And as the two large gates swing open inside the city, you do see the couple of guards kind of standing inside, motioning you inside. One of them holds out his hand for the payment to enter.
I'll give him the 5 gold.
He thanks you and then hands it to one of the guys standing behind him, who walks away. But those two guards stay with you, and one of them just says, "So you're headed to the barge, right?
Oh yeah, the barge.
Okay, follow me." And he just starts walking off.
Alright, just follow him.
As you guys fall in place, the other one just hangs out and brings up the rear, staying behind all four of you guys.
Does one of them seem cooler than the other one?
Make an insight check.
More approachable? I'm really...
Okay. The one up front who was speaking to you guys doesn't seem super friendly. He seems like he's very tired and was looking forward to a night of just sitting around not doing anything, and now that he has to actually do something, he seems a little annoyed by this, having to escort you guys. But the one in the back, just kind of, he's just kind of walking behind you, hasn't said anything, just looking at you guys. He seems to be looking at Tree in particular quite a bit, and just has this confused look on his face.
I'm gonna trail back and kind of talk to him. Just be like, hey, so how long you been working here?
My whole life. What are you doing here? What?
Oh, you know, just here on business. Just a short trip.
Are you a giant?
Kind of. But don't tell anyone.
I mean, I don't think I have to tell anyone.
We're like the nice kind, though.
Yeah, he's cool.
Oh, okay. I hope so.
So, What's the deal with this curfew?
What do you mean?
Why do you guys have a curfew here?
That's how things are.
Hmm.
He seems to have clammed up a bit. Like just kind of
Never thought to,
stood up a
to
little
question
straighter.
it, huh?
Not my place. I just do as I am told and get paid, and that's all I care about. I don't really care about getting around this curfew.
Is there some sort of danger that you've seen at night that you're trying to protect people from?
Sure.
Can
Yeah,
you make an insight check on that?
sure.
Okay.
Ooh,
he
I've rolled 2 1s in a row, then a 2.
nice.
he answered that pretty quickly. Nothing else seems like it's out of the ordinary. I mean, it's kind of hard to read him.
Okay.
He's just kind of keeping a stone face as he speaks to you guys.
Okie dokie.
Well, thanks so much for the escort, man. Definitely feel super safe with you two around.
Did he take us a very weird way tonight, or did we go right there?
You guys actually head instead of you know where it is, and it would be just like heading north from the gates a ways, but he actually heads south and then does a huge loop around the city, and eventually gets back up there. It takes you a good half hour to walk through the city, and it is a very strange route. There is a certain district that he seems to avoid completely.
I'm like Malone. I thought you said it was close.
Yeah, I thought it was. What? And if I assume I know the name of the district, I don't really care what the name of it actually is. But I'm gonna ask the guard, sir, why are we avoiding the district? This should have been a 10-minute escort at max.
It's closed tonight, under maintenance.
Hmm.
The whole district.
Maintenance.
Yeah. Tonight's the night for
Right.
maintenance over there.
Maintenance on what?
The city, the roads, buildings. They get
Seems like
fixed.
it would be hard to do
What about
maintenance
people
at
who
night.
live in that area?
They stay inside.
It's a lot of construction noise, though. I feel like keep them up all night, right?
There's not too much building. It's more just kind of maintaining what's happening,
Hmm.
cleaning up the trash, fixing
Okay.
holes in the road, that kind of thing.
Do I believe him?
Sure. Roll an insight check. I'm sorry. I meant
Sure.
say.
Yes, you do.
I meant say. Roll an insight check. See if you can tell.
Oh shit.
It seems relatively truthful. I mean, it seems like that's what
He seems like he believes that?
that's what's going on. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I guess we're. How much longer there, buddy? I need a drink.
Just a little more. 15 minutes later, you guys arrive at the front of this inn, and you do see actually a couple guards standing outside, dressed the same way as these other guards of the city, who are just kind of there in case anybody needs escort home when they're ready to leave. And they kind of nod their heads towards the two bringing you in. And as you guys get there, the guy leading you steps aside and just motions you towards the door.
I'm like, thank you, kind sir, and I take out a gold and I give him like a tip.
I was gonna do the same.
Just
We'll give one to each of them then.
Oh, thank you.
That sounds
Thank
good.
you. Hang on one sec. All right. Nice. All right.
Oh
sorry about that.
shit! Oh shit!
What?
Big play in the game.
Oh,
What's the score now?
Chiefs touchdown. They just took the lead.
21-17 off of a muffed fumble or muffed punt return.
Really? Okay. Let me put
Awesome.
that game back on.
Sorry.
No problem at all. Oh, actually, let's speaking of which, so 2 weeks from today's Super Bowl, do we want to take a break that week, so it doesn't coincide clash with the Super Bowl, so we can watch it?
Oh
Or
yeah,
what do you guys
that's fine.
What do you guys want to do?
I was gonna bring that up. I would like to, because I'm gonna have people over.
Okay, cool. So we'll just plan on. I think it's the 3rd. We won't play on the 3rd.
Okay,
All right.
that sounds good.
All right.
Wait,
Yeah.
3rd?
So you guys are at the inn.
I guess I barge right in. The barge right in.
That's
I'm
gonna
gonna
come
ask,
back.
I'm gonna ask the guards if
Sorry.
they want to drink. I'm sure that they're on duty, but I feel like it's the polite thing to ask.
Well, we'll have ours in a bit.
All right. Well, thanks for the escort.
Yep.
I just give him a little salute. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get a drink.
All right. So you guys walk inside, and this inn is just a huge room that has torches lining all the outside, and you see a few different fire pits burning, or hearths burning with fire. You also see one side that's been cordoned off. There's a long bar. You see a whole bunch of casks behind it, and a door leading back into whatever back area they have. You do see on the opposite side there's a spiral staircase leading up, probably leading to some kind of rooms. Off to one side of where the bar is, you see a rather large stage that's currently empty. Nobody's up there, but it seems. Yeah. Let's see. Most people you see around here are relatively well dressed. They're just people of the town enjoying themselves. And they all seem to just kind of look your way as you walk in. And the general buzz of conversation seems to stop or slow down a little bit as the 4 of you strange-looking people walk in.
I'm like, hey, don't stop on account of us. Carry on.
Do we
I walk
actually,
up to the bartender.
Do we actually fit it? Like, I know, for example, Tree does not, and Thus probably does not, but do Ulag and myself actually appear to fit in at this place?
You definitely
in
do.
terms of dress?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're currently wearing. If it's different from your normal everyday attire. Yeah, you'd fit perfectly here. This isn't anything crazy. Ulag, I don't know what kind of clothing you wear.
Just it's kind of like just scruffy, common clothes. And like it's nothing special. Like it's just
Except the boots, baby.
yeah. I mean, other than like my goggles and shit on my side. And thank you, baby.
Okay. Yeah. It's not really. He's not really wearing the kind of clothes most people around here are wearing. It's definitely a slightly nicer dress, but it's not like they're nobody gets up to be like, oh, you guys shouldn't be here. Nobody looks at you scornfully. It's more of just looks of interest, like, oh, who are
Like,
these
what
new
the hell?
people, and they look quite strange.
Is it really busy?
It's pretty busy. Well, it's mostly full. It is.
Okay.
Is there anybody I
Wanna-
recognize?
Is there a table anywhere?
Yeah, you guys can easily find a table. Well, Malone, I'm not sure how. What were you saying, Razor? Did you want to say something?
Just whatever ends up happening, whoever ends up sitting down, I'm gonna continue on to the bar itself.
Okay.
Any kind of a bar top, if there is one.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Malone, you do recognize the person standing behind the bar. It's a female elf. You know her as Dara. D-A-R-A.
How do you DR?
D-A-R-A.
Okay, gotcha. Dara.
You've probably talked to her quite a bit, or if you've come in here, you talk to her some. She's much older than you are. She's been here quite a long time. Long braided red hair, and she has black eyes. And her skin is a strange greenish hue. It's like almost like an olive green color.
Okay.
I guess I didn't put that on repeat. We'll just keep that running. Oh, and a couple. When you guys were outside, a couple of the stable boys came up and took your animals.
Oh,
If
cool.
you were okay with that, they're like, oh,
Yeah, I
we'll,
tossed him some money.
Okay.
Probably a gold piece.
He thanks you profusely, and just
Mhm.
kind of bows a few times as he's walking away with Onyx and Petunia. And then there's probably a few other miscellaneous people in the crowd you recognize or you know
It's just commoners.
just from around town.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess if the other two are going up to the bar and Tree's doing what's not, and I know Dara, I'll probably just kind of make my way up to the bar
Okay.
as well. Trailing behind them, really.
All
More
right.
or less eavesdropping.
I'm just gonna sit at a table and smoke my pipe.
Alright, I guess I go up to the bartender if it's available. He says busy.
It's relatively busy, but as you guys walk in, she definitely comes right up to where you guys are. And she just comes up and greets you guys. Ah, hello.
I'm like, hello, and I grab her like hand. I like kiss her on the hand, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a picture of your strongest stuff.
A whole pitcher?
Yeah.
I don't think you want that.
Why?
You won't be able to handle a whole pitcher.
You don't.
Our sh-
Well, first off, wait a minute. Have you met me before? Do we know each other?
I have never met you before in my life. I'm sure
Well-
I remember someone like you.
Well, my name's Ulog.
Dara.
And may I ask your name? Dara?
Dara, yes.
Dara. Well, it's nice to meet you, Dara. I drink like a racehorse, so you could definitely pass me the picture of your strongest stuff, please.
Okay, well, how about we start with a pint of our... This is... A few locals like it, but
Sure.
when you're trying it for the first couple times, if you can drink a pint and keep it down, you do not have to pay for it.
Oh. Oh, really? I'll take that. I'll take on that challenge. I'll have that.
This is Dripst. It is, and she pulls out this rather large jug and then starts pouring it into a glass. And as she's pouring it, this is a very, very black, very thick, syrupy drink that almost drops
Ooh.
down in chunks at times into the into the
nice.
glass. And she,
Can I just like take a big whiff of it?
yeah. So you take a big whiff of it. It smells horrible. It smells like pine tar almost. It is not good, and it looks about that thick.
Can I like dip my like pinky finger in it and go like?
Yeah, it tastes horrible. It's disgusting.
God.
It is horrible, and like it almost sticks to your finger, so it's quite
Ugh.
easy to get some in your mouth, and it doesn't taste good at all.
All right.
But it's
I'm just gonna chug
alcoholic.
it.
Okay,
Is it quite literally pine tar?
it's not literally pine tar. This is actually a drink that they have, but it's about that thickness and well, not quite that thickness. It looks like that. That's just the closest I can think of right now. All right, so you drink it. It's a little difficult to drink it all. It doesn't taste good at all. You're able to swallow to get it all down. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah. It's like.
As she kind of grabs the bucket and puts it down in front of you. Yeah.
Oh, great.
you probably get about halfway through it before you kind of start to, and it just comes bubbling right back up, and you quickly reach over towards the bucket and finish it in there. And she just kind of chuckles to herself. I told you. Would you like some koala to wash it down? To clear that
yeah.
taste out of your
This
mouth.
shit was disgusting. Oh my God.
I told you. It is quite gross. It's an acquired taste, like many other of our drinks.
It's so thick going down. It's oh God. I've never had anything like that before. I just
He's retching.
yeah, I'm just like trying to hold in my kobold meat.
Gross. Oh my god.
That will be 2 gold for the drink, since you
Okay.
could not keep it down.
You gonna finish it?
Damn.
And you
Okay.
only got halfway through.
I give her 2 gold. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you were right there.
And she pours you a glass of something that's equally as dark, but much thinner, much easier to pour. And she slides it over to you. As you look at it, it seems to be almost bubbling a little bit.
Ooh, okay. All right, I
I'll put
just
down-
take a few sips. I'm not gonna chug it this time.
I'll just put down a gold and just look at her.
Oh, and what can I get for you, Mr. Tusk?
I'll just nod over at some generic ale or something.
Oh, just
Heck,
an
she'll have
ale.
what I'm having.
Which one are you holding up when you're saying that?
Oh no, not the black shit.
The-
The stuff she
The
gave
new
me,
stuff,
yeah,
the koala, it tastes good. It's sweet. It's a little syrupy. Definitely makes you feel better. It doesn't seem to be very strong. Like it's hard to tell if there's even any alcohol in it, but it definitely tastes good. It helps get rid of that taste. But you do see quite a few people drinking like miscellaneous ale, a few with glasses of wine, um, and a
I'll
few with
point to
other
some ale
different
that
drinks.
looks relatively decent.
Okay, like an ale.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So she pours you. She asks, "Would you like just a mug of it, or are we doing it by the gallon tonight?"
I kind of contemplate it. I don't know how to indicate the latter, but I'm going to indicate the latter with grunts.
Okay, so yeah, you probably
Ah.
point. She holds them up, and you point to the big gallon of it. And she walks back and fills it up from the keg with the ale that they have, and she puts it in front of you and gives you a cup too, so you don't have to drink right out of the pitcher. And she takes your gold piece and then slides about 7 silver pieces back to you.
Awesome. Wait, she gives me back some?
Yeah, you gave her a gold piece, right?
Yeah.
So she gives you 7 silver back. So it was only 3 silver for that gallon.
Okay.
Okay. I go ahead and what is it? I ask her if she can fill up my water skin. How much would that be?
What would you like it filled with?
I like the koala, but I mean, what other options do you have again? Other than that black bullshit?
Well, we have something that tastes a little better. That's equally as strong, but you can't afford that to fill up a water skin. But there's some Moxie that's a local favorite. Takes a little bit to get used to, but it's strong. Helps numb the nerves.
I'll have that.
Or
the
just
Moxie.
The Moxie, okay. That's just a gold piece to fill that up.
Okay, I go ahead and hand her a gold piece and my water skin.
All right. Yeah, she fills it right back up. It's not as dark as your koala that you've been drinking, but it's equally as thin. Doesn't look like it's disgusting to drink.
Okay. I don't even taste it. I'm like, I'll save that for later.
I'll basically start chugging mine.
Okay.
So.
Malone, what are you doing?
Yes. So as these two are making their talking to Dara, I'm just going to kind of make small talk with her. Like, oh, it's been some time, hasn't it?
Yes.
Maybe a month or two.
Malone, darling, wonderful to see you. How have you been?
It's been rough. Since
Oh?
Priond and Anhana's passing. Well, I mean, he was used to be more of a regular here some time ago.
Yes, he was. I miss him dearly. He was a good friend of mine, and your mother too.
I've been meaning to ask. I haven't brought it up much since, then. But he was here the night he passed. Was he all right?
Yeah.
Did he say anything out of the ordinary? I know it's been some time, but for us, 8 years is more like a month.
Yes, I do remember that day. It was. I remember it now, quite clearly, though it didn't stand out to me at the time. It was a normal night. Nothing seemed strange about him. He was just enjoying a few glasses of wine over at his favorite table over there with a few of his friends, and it was all quite ordinary. Later at night, sometime after midnight, he left and was taken home.
Did he get he was escorted back by the local guard?
Of course.
As per the usual.
Yes, and I seem to remember them. I was talking to a few of them the next night about it, since it was such a horrible time, and I heard one of them say that they saw him walking through town a couple hours later. but uh, that doesn't seem like something he would do. It was quite strange.
You you s- you know the guard, or you just happened to ask a random one?
They were here drinking, and he it was it was the talk of the town at the time. A
Right,
murder
of
in the middle of
course.
the night in our safe city.
Hmm.
And he used to be a regular here, and yeah, he was telling us all about it. Everybody wanted to listen in to any information someone had about this.
Yeah, I may have secluded myself a bit. Much after their deaths, it was a lot of all I really had.
It's
Um,
understandable.
do you know who the guard was? If they I may be able to talk to them about his state that night.
Yes, I don't even know if he still works around here. I haven't seen him in a couple months. Um,
I would not be surprised.
but alright, there it is. Yes, it was Pearson. I'll put that in
Pearson?
chat.
Thank you.
Pearson was the one who said he saw him later on. I don't think that's who escorted him. But he was one of the guards. He's quite social. Always likes talking to everybody he meets. That's just why I found it strange when he stopped coming here. This is one of his favorite places.
Well, thank you, Dara. I won't bother you for the rest of the evening. And I'd like whatever the beer that Oolong had second. Whatever the name was, I'll just ask her for that by name.
Oh, the koala.
Koala, yeah.
Yes.
So you've probably had that before. You know, it's really not very alcoholic at all. If there's any in there, it's more just like a sweet drink that people enjoy.
Mhm.
Um,
No, it sounds like Milan.
okay, great. She pours you a glass, and it's just a
gold piece?
silver piece.
The silver piece, yeah.
Yeah.
Gladly.
So I look over to Dara and I want to ask her. I'm like, hey, would it be okay if I played a little song for everybody here? Maybe heighten the spirits a little bit.
A song? Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
guess that'd
I
be
play.
okay.
And I just
See.
whip out my harmonica, and, like brandish it.
it's been a few nights since we had anybody performing. I've been expecting someone to try to do
Well-
something, but they haven't arrived yet. But sure,
here
by
I
all
am.
means.
All right. Well, I guess I go and find a nice little spot with nice acoustics, and try to go ahead and rip out a nice. What kind of tune should I play? Something like something really upbeat, I guess, to match the kind of liveliness of the room. Maybe something a little like bluesy.
Sure. Yeah, do you go up on the stage to play?
Oh, there's a stage. Hell
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. So you go up and you start playing. As you walk up there, there's no stools or furniture or anything at all. One of the servers walks up and she has a rather large stool and she kind of motions it towards you, asks if you want to sit on it or just stand on it so you can
Oh,
actually
yeah.
be seen.
Yeah, I grab the stool and I sit it in a nice little spot, and I guess I look around and I'm like, I call this one "Time in a Tree," and then I go ahead and play it.
All right.
Should I do a performance check?
Please.
Yeah.
And then that conversation Malone was having with Dara, it seemed to be in Elvish, if you guys don't, if you don't speak Elvish, you couldn't quite understand what was being said.
Oh, I didn't.
But it
yeah.
Damn.
It seemed to be
I speak Elvish, but I wasn't up there.
yeah, it seemed to be a very, if anybody you were looking, it seemed to be a very like intense and somber conversation, not really just exchanging pleasantries.
Yeah.
Your
Busy
your
drinking.
music is quite nice. It's very calming. As you walk up there, everybody kind of turns, and then it definitely quiets down as you have their attention. And you start playing, and a few people kind of turn back away and continue with their conversations. But you have captured the attention of quite a few, and there's when you finish, you get a nice applause for your performance.
Okay, just do a nice little bow. I'm like, one time only.
You get a few more applause, a few more claps for that, from the ones who didn't quite enjoy it.
Alright.
I give him
I'm
a
like,
big
if you like
round
the
of
song,
applause.
buy me a drink. And then I get off the stage.
Um, as you walk back up to the bar, a couple people come up and offer to buy you a drink, and
Oh, hell yeah.
you probably don't have to worry about paying for drinks the rest of the night, as people like to talk to you, and you have some nice conversations about music and other interesting
Yeah.
things with some of the humans and the elves here.
Okay. Very nice.
Is there anyone interesting in the crowd that looks different? I'm just sitting smoking and looking around at people watching a little bit.
You do notice the majority of the people here are humans or elves. Probably the only interesting people you see sitting off at one table, a lady who's dressed in what seems like priest robes, but her right sleeve is just kind of pinned to her side, as she seems to be missing an arm, and she's older, but she's talking to this very short halfling sitting on on another stool, and they seem to be having an intense conversation.
Is there a free seat at their table?
Sure. Yeah, you can walk up there as walk up to him if you'd like.
I'm gonna walk up and just sit down. Just smile and nod at both of them.
Hello there, the lady says. Can I help you?
Yeah, my name's Tree. Just got into town today on business, and I see my friends there talking to people and performing, and I don't really know how to handle myself in these situations, so I'm trying to make friends.
Oh.
You looked like the most interesting people in this bar. I mean, other than probably
Then
my
you?
friends.
Yes, I have not seen someone like you in quite a long time. What brings you to Osiris? And to this inn?
Adventure. Yeah. Well, I just met these gentlemen over here. If you'll see the elf and the gnome and the the big guy over there. You should talk to him, by the way. He's got really interesting stories.
I noticed. I noticed his mark. I would like to speak with him.
Yeah, his mark. Yeah. Yeah, that mark. That mark is something. Um,
Do
you're onto
you
it there.
know
You want
about
me
the
to
mark?
introduce you? He's I've seen it, and I kind of educated guess as to what's going on there.
But you don't know what it means?
He hasn't talked about it directly.
Ah. I would love to speak with him about it. It's good to see people out and about with the mark.
I'll introduce you, but I need to let you know there's a bit of an accident. He's having a difficult time speaking, but I can translate.
Is he missing a tongue?
Yes.
Shame. Though not uncommon, sadly. Very well.
Does that go hand in hand with the mark?
Often.
Well, I'll hail Thuskover.
So I've gone through a gallon of ale at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do
Me
I-
and Tusker like
you-
trashed.
You'll definitely be you'll definitely be slurring your speech. No.
Yeah, your grunts.
No.
Uh,
Okay, I'm sorry. Were you going over to him, or was he coming over towards the table where Tree is?
I was gonna try and hail him.
Okay.
I'll
Dusk.
go over towards him. I will walk towards him.
I was like, I want your beer.
There's nothing left.
Oh.
Yeah, you go look at the mug, hoping there's some left in it, and you're a little disappointed that it's just bone dry.
Oh. I was definitely gonna drink it.
Okay, yeah, I
And
walk over
as
to
he approaches, I'll just say that this kind woman would love to meet you.
Hello. How are you? That's good to hear. Uh, my name is Milana. This is my compatriot Eddie. What is your name, or what do you go by?
I look at Tree.
He goes by Thusk.
Thus. Very well. Um, I see. I see you have that mark on your neck. And since you are traveling free, I assume you are no longer a part of that life.
And Envy, you thought it was hard for you to.
No, I think it's just hilarious. I'm not helping you by laughing. I know that. Sorry.
Well, can you write? Well, I would love if maybe tomorrow or whenever you get time, if you could stop by my temple. I would love to learn more about your experience and anything you may know about the Black Mark Syndicate.
Okay.
I may even have a friend to introduce you to. There's someone else who works with me who has the same affliction as you.
Oh god, I can't wait to see that interaction.
It's like,
Yes, her name is Cleo. She's a halfling, like my friend Eddie over here. And she was actually just recently rescued from the clutches of the Black Mark. But not before they could do horrible things to her. And she has found a home at my temple. So if you'd like to come and learn more, or help me learn more about the Black Mark, I would greatly appreciate it.
He says, "Yeah, that'd be great."
Yes, I figured. Eddie seems to kind of chuckle and smile a little bit.
Where's your temple?
Oh, it's west side of town. Just ask people where the Helping Hand is, and you'll be directed right there. It's a large building with a couple of barns out back and a very huge garden. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Okay. Yeah, we'll look you up.
Google
Are we friends now?
Sure. I just met you.
Great. I give her a hug.
Oh, okay. So she gives you the awkward one arm hug because
The
she only
one-arm
has
hug,
one arm.
yeah.
But it's just kind of a light pat. It is a little awkward. Eddie kind
And
of
I'm
looks confused.
I'll shake Eddie's hand, or I'll offer to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand.
Cool. And I'm gonna just fade away, back into the crowd, back to my table.
Turns invisible, walks away.
I'll just follow Tree, and then on the way I'm gonna get another gallon of ale.
All right. It's just 3 silver.
Okay. I will pay that.
I
Very
guess I'll stop
willingly.
at the bar with Thusk.
Okay.
I'm still chilling over there, mingling.
Let's see. Excuse me to the. I don't know her name yet.
Oh, Dara. You mean Dara?
Oh yeah. Dara. Excuse me.
She looks over as she hears your name and she walks right up. Ah, hello. How are you doing? What
Good.
What are you? I've never seen someone like you before.
Everyone is so excited by me. I have to say, I'm not used to all this this attention, and it's kind of going to my head. Feeling pretty good about myself right now. What were you asking me? I'm sorry, I got so flustered.
All right, I'm getting a little annoyed because I feel like Razor's happy, so that probably means the Patriots scored and took the lead.
It's not a fumble.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Tree?
I didn't get a chance to recall your question because I just got a little flustered by your
Ah,
interests.
what are you?
Um, I'm a Fairbog. Have you ever heard of us?
I have not. I have no idea what that is.
Eh, we don't come into the cities often. We mostly live out in the outskirts, in the forests and in the wilds of the lands.
Hmm.
But I'm here adventuring with these fine fellows. Seems like you know Malone. Just met him recently, and
Ah,
these other guys as well.
yes.
So they've been talking about these drinks. Um, you know,
Yeah, whatever you do, don't get the black sludge tree. No, just don't get that.
thank you. Okay. So apparently I don't want the black sludge. Thank you.
That's a good decision. Well,
Um,
would you like some ale? Maybe a nice sweet koala? Or some
is
moxie?
that what are you having, Tusk?
He's drinking ale. Quite a bit of it. It's good
Is it
ale.
good?
It's pretty good. It's tasty. Not super alcoholic, but it's good.
That might be good for me then.
It's a good starting point if you're not one to drink quite a bit.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Tree's
That
having a
sounds-
drink with us. Yeah.
That sounds up my alley. Let's try some ale then.
'Kay.
I'll get what he's having. I'm a big guy. I think I can handle a big jug.
Okay, she pours you a gallon of it, and she just says, that's just 3 silver.
I'll pay her.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
I'll give
keep
her-
pounding this
I'll
thing.
give her 4,
Okay. Thank you. How kind.
mostly
When
because
it-
I can't count. But
Well, she thanks you profusely for the coins you give her.
I tried to do
Well,
like a
thanks for
like
the
a,
drink, and
a dink.
I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Go on, Ulog.
Oh, I was like, I just wanted to dink it with you, with your
Okay.
mug,
Yeah.
or whoever else.
Got
Ulog's in a cheerful mood because this is the first time he's had a drink in a while.
I'll cheers with you.
Just dink it.
And I'll drink
Dink it and sink it.
I don't think I probably like it, but I won't. I'm not gonna be a jerk about it or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't taste good. It's kind of bland. A little bubbly. But it's tolerable.
Yep. I'll just keep sipping on it.
So, Dara, how much for a room for the night? Do you have lodging?
Oh, we do. Our rooms are just 5 silver for a night for 1 room.
All right.
The
Yeah, I'll cover you
single
guys. Just,
beds?
I'll pay for everybody's room. I'll just give you like, what, 20 silver?
Ulog,
Yes.
please don't pay for a room for me.
Uh
I will just go back to my home.
oh. But then you gotta get
Yeah.
escorted again.
That's all right. And actually, Tree, I don't know if you were. I could probably house at least a few others. I don't know if you want to stay here. It may not be the most comfortable, but I have a couch, at least.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
envy. There's the
I would-
couch.
I would love that if that means I get to go see some more of the city on our way there.
I guess I'll pay for a room for me and Thusk then.
Okay.
I'm like, I look over at Thusk and I'm like,
Nah. After I finish whatever one ale I have in my hand, I'm gonna walk up to Dara.
Mhm.
Dara again, and point at the ale and go
You want another one?
I think he wants more.
2 gallons down.
Man, you're really pounding him back, Thusk.
You really
Not
like?
asking for more.
I'm trying.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry, sir.
It's okay. This is purposely obtuse.
Yeah, I think he wants more.
Okay, so you don't want more? Are you just saying you really like it? You want the entire keg to take with you. 2 words. Oh, it makes you
Are you
strong.
flexing?
It makes you
I
feel
think
good.
you want something stronger.
Oh, something stronger by all means. Are you looking for something that you could maybe sip and enjoy, or something that you can just throw back and forget what you were saying? Very well. Well, this is what I call the what was I saying. It's just a nice shot, but it helps you forget.
How much is it?
It's just 3 gold pieces for a shot of it.
Damn.
Jeez.
And
That's nuts.
yeah, it's quite expensive. But she puts down this tiny little shot, and it has a little cherry floating on top of this drink. It looks almost pink, the color of the drink. Smells fine.
Ooh. That looks good.
Do you take it?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I slam it back.
Awesome. Yeah, so you drink it, and as it's going down, it tastes pretty good. But your mind just kind of goes numb and fuzzy, and for a moment, like, you forget where you are, and you just kind of look around, and this is some good shit.
Oh, that's cute. Cool, buddy. Okay. All right.
I'm good for now. That was my thing I wanted to do. Have a fun conversation with someone.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
So
I'll mingle some more and then recede
we
to
should
the room.
plan to
Okay.
meet back here in the morning then?
Or we can meet you at Malone's house. Where's your house, Malone?
Well, I figure we'll need to have breakfast.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, or I could make breakfast.
Mhm.
You have food at your house, Malone?
I do.
You got
Yeah.
snacks at your place, man?
you got some food, bro?
Do you have Netflix?
You got Cool Ranch Doritos?
Yes, I do.
Do you have an in-ground pool?
Actually, yes. I mean, you're all welcome to come.
I'm going. I'm not picky about where I sleep, so I'll go where it's free.
I'll stay here. I don't want to crowd up your spot. I feel like it'll be pretty comfortable here.
All right.
But where is your house, or do you want to meet here?
How far away is my house?
Not too far at all.
We'll just meet here.
Probably easiest
Okay.
just to meet here.
You guys already know where you
Alright.
need to go. We can eat here.
Hey Dara, just in case I'm not up, what room am I gonna be in?
I'll make sure you get to it.
Okay.
I believe, and she kind of pulls out her book and checks it. Yes, room number 7 is yours tonight.
All right, Malone. If you don't see me, room number 7.
All right.
And I just give everybody a nice little salute, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna head on back.
Fair enough.
Hey, say my goodnight to Dara and thank you. I give her like 1 gold piece tip on the table before I go to bed.
Okay.
I forget to leave any kind of a tip.
Anything else y'all are doing?
Nope. I'm going to fuck to sleep. What's the room look like?
Very simple. It's got just a small desk and a bed, and a
Is it
chair at
okay?
the desk. What'd you say, Envy?
Alright.
Does it have a TV and a PS4?
No, that's extra. You didn't
Ah,
pay for the
that's a
cable
deluxe room.
package. That's the pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view?
It's literally just viewing a piece of paper.
Look at this paper. Okay, that'll be 3 gold. Look at this paper again, 3 more gold.
Oh
Pay-per-view.
my god.
All right. Well, unless there's anything else, let's go ahead and take a break there, and we'll pick back up with you guys heading back to Malone's house, and yeah, we'll say 10 minutes ish, or
Okay.
we'll see.
How about
Okay.
until the game?
Yeah,
Till the
maybe
game
maybe
ends?
till the game
Yeah.
ends, because it's getting down.
Unless
to,
it goes to overtime somehow.
Yeah.
How much longer is the game? Where's it at?
2 minutes, so
It's
probably half an hour.
last 2 minutes.
Oh
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
But there's
Yeah, I might as
3
well.
timeouts.
And it's
Yeah.
Tom
Oh
Brady.
shit.
Yep.
It's Tom Brady.
And it's Tom Brady.
I'm not moving anywhere.
Just like
I'm
that.
watching the game.
Yeah, same.
Okay. I will be back.
Okay. I'm gonna take a piss and probably grab something eventually, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait. Oh!
when there's a chance.
Nice.
I just saw the big completion. I don't know where you guys are.
I
Well-
haven't. I'm at 120 right now. I don't know where
Oh,
you guys
okay.
are.
120.
I'm behind you then.
Okay.
I'm behind you then.
Okay, then I did see the one you're talking about.
Yeah, you're slightly ahead of me, Fraser. Like a second or
Okay.
two.
Okay, then I'm not worried about getting. I won't spoil anything.
Big interception. Okay, it's not.
All right. Okay.
This has been a fucking wild game too.
It has. It has been. That punt
I
that came
thought
back.
Hope was over.
Both these games today have been insane, actually.
Oh man, what a fucking block by 77.
That's good awareness right there.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be bringing pressure. Oh, they backed it off.
Come on, he was out, right? No. Okay, it's still running.
No.
Still okay.
I mean, he's got so much time.
Yeah, 3 timeouts. Tom Brady, fourth quarter. This. Yeah.
I'm,
This.
I'm at 54
There's-
seconds now. Where are you guys?
Same.
54. There's timeout.
Yeah, I think I'm about the same spot now. I refreshed.
Oh, okay, awesome. That was a. Ooh, was that a catch?
No, maybe. Maybe.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
I
that
think
I
should
think
be-
he caught it even after he dropped it off
Yeah.
his leg.
No,
It-
that's a.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
That's
way!
incomplete.
That's incomplete. They had to review that.
Yeah, and then it's gonna take forever
Well,
because they gotta.
Patriots took the time out. Give them a chance to review it.
Well, the catch is, are they gonna be able to?
If they would have rushed to the line, they
Was
might have
his
been able
bi-
to get it off before.
Was his bicep under it at all?
It looked like it hit the ground and moved with the ground, and like he
That's
didn't
what I
have
thought.
complete control.
That's what I thought. I think it's gonna be overturned.
Yeah, and he
I hope
definitely
so.
didn't have like 2 steps and a football move before he went down, so he had to
I
control
thought they
it through
changed.
there.
They changed that rule though. There's no. That's not longer in the rules. I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it is. The thing is that like if you get 2 steps and you make a football move or some sort of move, then you no longer have to control it through going to the ground. But if you don't do those things, you still have to control it through going to the ground.
Okay. Okay. I thought they had taken out the like
That's-
football move wording.
That's where they've changed
That's
it.
incomplete. That's incomplete.
That's gotta be incomplete.
Either way, the ball stop or the
I don't know.
time
I
stops.
don't know if they want to overturn.
They
If it is-
shouldn't
if it is-
overturn this.
A curious question. If it is incomplete, then do they still get their timeout burned?
I don't know.
You know-
Yes.
They do. Okay.
Yeah, I think so, right?
It's just a. It was just a interesting question.
It's usually the other team that takes the timeout in order to allow them to review it.
It looks like.
And then if
yeah.
it favors them, then they don't get charged the timeout. I don't know.
Right?
Be interesting. I
Because
don't know.
otherwise, it would have. If it was supposed to be incomplete, the time would have been stopped anyway. But I guess they already burned the timeout.
Well, they probably
they're
would give
talking
them the
about that now.
timeout back and then move the clock back to where it was incomplete. I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're gonna get it back.
Okay, that's what the announcer's saying. Yeah.
I have it like turned way down. I have it muted actually.
I've had it muted. Yep. Yep. That's right.
Awesome. Just in time.
That's the right call.
Oh yeah, I should have gotten up right then.
It'll put the clock back
Yep.
to like what, 1 minute ish?
Okay, so they get their timeout back though.
Yep. Two more stops.
All right, Brady. 3rd and 10. That basically doesn't mean anything to you, considering your last 2 passes would have been complete for more than a first down by themselves. Gronk's not necessarily your best player. Edelman is fucking huge in these moments too. There you go. You have someone. Oh wow!
Oh yes! No!
Flag! Flag!
So wait, he caught it. I guess it should still be the ball after fumble unless the flag takes it away.
Depends on what the flag is, yeah.
Holy crap. Holding maybe?
Wow!
Offside. Defense, number 55, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Replay third down.
Wow.
Let's see the replay. I want to see the replay because I want to know if this is bullshit or not. I don't want to be able to hear if this isn't bullshit. Oh yeah, he just lined up across it.
And he's over the blue by quite a bit. Actually.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
D4, that's a huge mistake.
Damn.
3rd and 5.
And it's not like that had any
Holy
effect in the play.
I gotta put
No, I
Gronkowski
know.
wide. They've got to get him. He's your guy when it's one-on-one.
He's way off of it now. He's like, fuck that.
There he is.
Yeah.
Now, here's
If he's doubled, you're going to throw inside right here.
going to be that big play to get a first
You just
down.
look up there and pick him.
Here they come after Brady. He goes down the field to Gronk. Turns around, makes the catch.
Damn.
He saw what you saw, Tony.
They don't have answers. They're going to have to play one-on-one. You got to go with
Now
the
they just
best
want to not
player.
leave any time when
I
they score.
understand. You know,
Yeah.
say, this is the guy. Throw that ball up.
I mean,
give
the
him a chance.
Kansas City D has been playing decent. They've gotten a few picks and stuff.
Wow,
I mean,
what a
that one
catch.
got take it back, but
A 30-second
What a
timeout.
throw.
they need to make a
What
play.
a call. Romo Stradamus.
I tell you, that was. You have to get him out there, otherwise you have no matchup at all. And I understand Barry's great, but so is this guy, and he's covered, but he's not covered. Throw that ball up. Big players
Jeff,
right there, right?
you missed
And
it,
Fucking
Barry
Gronk.
was the defender.
but there was a pick for the
was great
Chiefs
coverage. It
that
was
got
just the ball
called
right
back
up.
because of offsides.
Gronk.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
The guy
really?
was actually
Most
just
stuff
lined. He didn't
Players
pop
Lined up
offsides.
and
He just
just
lined up
blocked
over it.
as if he
Yep.
was just a
That's a
fullback
huge
all day
bummer.
long in a lot of different ways.
And then this
Never
is the
could
next
break you
play.
on anything. Selfless, and he
Yep,
makes
the next play
biggest
was
catch of their
Gronk.
season right there.
Did he get out of bounds?
Nope.
No.
And again,
They
the
called
State Farm
timeout. The Chiefs
postgame
called
show.
timeout.
Chiefs called timeout.
JV and all the crew, plus the presentation of the Lamar Hunt Trophy. Will it be on the field
Huh.
for the Chiefs or in the Patriots?
I mean, I get it
That's
kind
that's
of.
the look of
but-
doubt.
We're gonna
That's the look
find
of
out
doubt
here
on their
with
faces.
4 yards away from New England taking
Well,
back
yeah,
the
the-
lead.
that
They're gonna
defense
run
is
this
not
ball.
that great.
Kansas City's got to sell out.
Just getting picked apart by
There's a
Tom
handoff
Brady
to
right now.
Burkhead. Burkhead pulls ahead and scores the touchdown.
You got one timeout and 40 seconds to
What a drive.
get in field goal range.
Tom Brady takes New England down.
Let's go, Mahomes.
Gronkowski with a monster
Alright,
catch
now
down
block the kick and run it
sideline,
back for a
then
tie.
run.
Order.
A simple
That would be
counter
sick,
play.
actually.
They haven't
That would be a
run
really
today.
awesome way to end the game.
Fucking OT.
Great job by Mason with the kick out block.
65 yards in 84 seconds. In just 6 plays, they negotiate the 65 yards. There are
Who's this?
39
Is it
seconds to go.
Gostowski still or whatever
I
his
think
name
so.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Gronkowski.
To make it.
Looks like it's
Yeah.
wrapping all the way
Let's
down.
make it
Sorry.
Reed, and
Okay,
Gostowski
awesome.
knocks it through.
I was gonna say he's normally, from what I remember, been reliable. So
Typical Pats kicker.
Yeah, we all know.
not Vinatieri, but
Vinatieri and then Gostkowski, they just have
Yeah.
Everybody thought New England going into the playoffs.
It's like the
Wasn't
Colts
quite good enough.
losing Peyton Manning and then getting
They
Andrew
weren't
Luck,
talented enough.
or
Not
the
same
Packers
team.
losing
I think
Brett
Tom
Favre
Brady
and
heard
getting
that. Remember
Aaron
his
Rodgers.
reaction last week?
I think he heard
Yep.
that. And you know what?
although I feel
There's so
Aaron
much
Rodgers
to
is
this
much
game.
better than Brett
More
Favre,
than talent, it's these guys.
personally.
Yeah, probably.
They're so intelligent.
Brett Favre was a
You see
fucking
each
gunslinger,
week,
don't get me
Brett
wrong.
Favre had an
and
incredible
I tell
career.
you,
Yeah, no, he
I
did,
really
absolutely.
believe Brady
Plus,
and
I
this
mean, Brett
team
Favre wore jean shorts on
are
draft day.
semi-offended. They're gonna win this championship
Jean
game
shorts?
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely. Have you seen Brett Favre's draft day
Brady
picture?
hasn't been an
It's
underdog, but
amazing.
in
It's like the
some
most
games since
quintessential
2014.
late 80s, early 90s
He was
picture
ready for
ever.
this one.
Oh no.
So,
Hey, you've never seen
39
this?
seconds, Tony.
No,
It's
is
a
he
three-point
just like
game.
styling?
Yeah, dude.
4 lead changes.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, here you go. I sent you the link
They've
to
got
it.
Draymond Smith
Okay.
standing at the goal.
No, I'm sending you the picture.
Wonder if there's any thought given to putting Tyreek Hill back there.
I'm ready.
There is.
I wanna
but
see
most
this.
likely, that means Tyreek Hill's going to come in the game and they're going to run one of those really long routes where he runs to the middle and runs to the corner. Something that's going to move the pocket, and they're going to take a home run shot with him. So you don't want him running 30
Oh my
yards and then coming
God.
back and running another 50. 3 seconds later, so
Dude, he's chilling with that big ass phone.
Yeah, 1 timeout.
Oh wait, where's the picture at?
I sent it to Tyrell directly.
No, no,
You
you gotta
know that-
post that for everyone. I didn't see
You know that
that.
Baker Mayfield recreated it?
Yeah.
that was
go
great.
down to the 15 or 20 with a little pooch kick.
Well, they did that on the ground earlier.
Yeah,
and
this is
Harris
so
picked
like
it up and
early
made a nice
90s.
return out of
It
it.
screams it.
It does.
Doesn't it have like wood paneling on the walls and
Yeah, it
stuff?
does.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Like photos on the wall and
He's
shit.
gonna go ahead and knock it deep.
All right, just stop him. Don't let him run him back. Just push
Okay,
him out.
that's fine. That's fine.
Wedge
All right,
inside.
all right, all right.
He's got a nice return out of it across the 30.
Oh man, the remake's even better. It's
Picked up. And there's Harris, I
It's
just
so good.
mentioned, who was able to
30
pick up the loose
seconds.
football. And I believe it was whistled dead anyway.
32 seconds. You have one timeout.
They have the
Fine,
weapons
you
to
need
do
a
it.
chunk play. This,
Yeah, they do.
you cannot take a sack.
Mahomes
That
is, I
takes
mean,
a
they only have to
timeout.
make what? They have to kick a field goal. They have Mahomes, they have, I mean, I don't know all the names of the dudes. I know they have Tyreek Hill
You need to get to the 35 yards.
Don't throw this football. You throw it away.
for a 52-yarder. Yeah.
Just don't get sacked.
Jesus.
That's all that matters.
He's gotten hit too many times this game. That's been big.
That early field goal that he got pushed out of range of is now
Patriots
huge.
rushing 3. Still getting
Yeah, that's
pressure
true.
on him. Has to step away.
Wow, that was
Yes!
really good.
Get up there.
Spencer Ware, clock running.
Now you get up your
Oh
clock
my
right
God.
away or timeout.
Why would you call a timeout?
They
They
had
took the
to.
timeout.
They're just losing
Took
too
the
much.
timeout at 23 seconds.
That was a long play too.
You have to get your field goal unit to
He's gonna have to hit
be
Tyreek.
ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah, and the Pats are gonna know he has to hit Tyreek too.
Why do you have to hit Tyreek?
Tyreek or Kelsey.
You only have time. Well, they
No,
only
you don't
have time
have
for
to.
one
They've
play.
done fine with like Williams here.
They only have time for one play, and I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to stretch the field quick enough.
That's true.
Because they have what 23 seconds, no timeout. They have to get out of bounds also if they want to get more than one play.
I
But
mean,
even
do you
then,
want
it's
to
gonna
throw
be
to Sammy
tough.
Watkins right now? That's my question.
I mean, bit.
And they've been double teaming Tyreek all game. Let's see what they do here.
They're not protecting the touchdown or anything.
Oh, we got him to jump.
Oh, yes!
10 yards to give him a chance.
Free play.
Free play?
Flag out. Pass down the field.
Get the field goal unit. Get the field goal unit. Get the field goal unit.
You gotta spike it. It's
Clock
a
it,
flag.
clock it,
It's a
clock
flag.
it. Yeah.
A flag, so
flag.
it's gonna stop anyway.
Stop on the flag.
It gets to stop anyway because
Well,
of the
if
flag.
it's on
That was a
defense.
27-yard pass play.
Well, it's got to be offsides.
It was
And I-
offsides.
and I
I
think
think it was, right? Yeah.
If they decline it, the clock still stays stopped, right? It doesn't start on the
I don't
spot.
remember.
Offs-
I don't remember.
I think if they decline it, the clock
looks
starts,
like
but they get the
offside on
time
New
to
England.
get
Yeah,
up there and get
this
ready,
is
kind
huge
of.
for multiple
Offside.
reasons.
Defense in the neutral zone at the snap. Penalties decline. Zola plays a first down.
Is that Tyreek?
A deep over
No.
No, that was Robinson. Okay.
by Robinson.
Yeah, I think it stays stopped.
And a perfect
So they have
throw
time
by
to
Mahomes,
find another
leaving
play.
him right out in front.
Where are they?
And this
Like
is
the
huge
30?
'cause now the ball-
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
they
no,
take one
no,
shot
like the
off.
25 or something.
The ball is
They
snapped.
take one
It
shot
doesn't stop
possibly,
now
but it'd
because
be
of the flag.
risky.
No, they can still take the shot.
Imagine
I mean,
It's got to be
he's-
sideline.
trying to give this
Can't
chance
go
It has to be a
to
sideline throw.
second overtime
I think you
game.
throw for the end zone
If-
here.
if
In
they-
end
You're
zone.
not throwing
might-
for the
End
you're
zone
not
or
throwing
sideline.
for the sideline. You're throwing for the end zone.
They're on the
21.
21.
Field goal
Yeah, that's
range.
This is a
You're
big
taking
decision
one
for
shot
them.
for the
Timeout,
win.
New
I
England.
don't know what's going on.
Gives Mahomes a second to come
No.
over and talk to
Looks like it.
his coordinator,
They haven't
Eric
called
Bieniemy,
timeout.
who's done such a fine job this
Well,
year.
the
So I was trying to see
play clock stopped.
what the refs are doing. Maybe they're reviewing it.
Officials have
Yeah, the refs are okay.
taken a moment here to talk things over.
So this is, to me, 16 seconds.
What are they talking about?
You can't get
What
risky in
happens
the
at the
middle of the
clock
field.
or something?
This is
This has to be an out route
to the sideline
or straight to
or
the end
go
zone, like
route
they're saying. Yeah.
into the end zone.
hmm
You're in field goal range. You've done an incredible job. You
Oh,
set
they
it
better
up,
not
but now
fuck
you're
this up
taking
and
your
throw
shot.
it to the
You're
middle.
getting a closer
Yeah.
field goal, throw an out cut for
'Cause then the
10,
game's
or
done.
they play
The
one
1-yard
high
short.
safety, which means you can throw it outside the numbers.
They
No
won't. They
one's
won't get
helping
the
over
fucking
top.
special teams unit on the
Take your
field.
shot to the end
If they
zone
don't have the clock stop.
with a receiver out wide.
The Chiefs, in just a couple of plays, getting into field goal range with Ware's first
The
reception
game
of the
clock
night.
is correct at 16 seconds.
Robinson with his first catch of the
Yeah.
night. And you're looking for a shot to the end zone.
I think you have to go to the end zone here.
If they play soft
Yeah,
coverage,
you're taking one shot.
New England now should be protecting the end zone. They shouldn't let you throw it to the end zone. They're already in field range. These safeties
Yeah.
They're gonna err on the
should
side
stay
of
way
just
back.
chucking it
They should all
over
Oh, yeah.
everyone though if they
Yeah, I
have
think
to.
you just throw this away
Yeah.
if you have to.
Yep.
But your field goal unit has to be ready to go no matter what.
Really close.
Again, Chiefs, no timeouts. Mahomes.
Yeah, he just sailed it.
Yeah.
Into the end zone and over.
All right.
Do you take another shot?
Yeah.
I mean, you still have
Yeah,
11
time.
seconds.
You could,
Definitely.
but I don't know.
Now it's
I think you just take the field
Probably
goal.
field goal
You play
time.
for OT.
Butker is coming
Oh,
out.
you test New England, make sure they're prepared.
The
for
issue is, though, is that if it
situation.
goes to
They were,
overtime and it goes to New
and you
England,
send them out.
you have to stop them.
yeah. I mean, same thing the other way. Whoever gets the ball, I feel like, is going to probably score.
Well, you can see the graphic. What he's done here at home. This is going to be
Now, odds on
49 yards.
New England icing him.
Yeah, pretty
49 yards,
certain.
Sure.
seconds to go.
100%.
There he goes.
I mean, I feel like icing, the longer it goes on, it's just like
Timeout
less
by the Patriots.
useful. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think that as a kicker, you know this is going to happen, right? Like,
Yeah, they know.
So, Jay Feely, it was 3 hours ago, but you were saying
No,
in warm-up
Butker's
there were
legit. He
issues
should make
at
this.
this
Yeah.
end of
He
the
should
field.
be.
What is it
Should
like
be
now
good.
right
What was it,
now?
38
Yeah,
yards?
it's- yeah, this should be a chip shot. This should be fine.
We actually had a
Knock on wood.
conversation, Harrison Bucker and I did.
I'm so nervous.
Because yeah, right. This is the
He said
Before the field goal fake, to get greedy.
They bring out Cody Parkey. What are they doing?
He focuses on his fundamentals.
Mahomes is the snapper. I mean, not the snapper, the holder. Mahomes snapping
That
the
would
ball.
be a plot twist.
The miss here sends New England right.
That's his plot.
Right through the middle. Right through the middle.
Woo!
Spoiled it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like I said, so
Yeah.
high.
I'm very sorry.
I'm after you. I'm after you.
Very sorry. I will.
Well, this game's not gonna. I remember when I said, "Hey, it's
Yeah,
2 minutes
yeah,
left." If it somehow
overtime.
goes to overtime,
These fucking great quarterbacks.
Oh God.
Well,
Textbook on that fucking
beautiful.
placement. Yeah.
maybe we'll go on for another hour and we'll still be able to see the end of it.
Yep.
But
Let's
yeah,
get back into
if
it.
that's cool, let's get back into the game and continue playing.
Yeah.
If everyone's ready to go.
Hey,
Yo.
sorry.
Dusk and Ulag, anything in particular you guys are doing before sleeping this night?
I'm just gonna sleep.
I'm gonna take a huge shit in the bathroom.
It's a good place to do it.
Yep, and then go to sleep.
Okay. Just give Envy a minute to get back and we'll pick up with what they're doing.
Sounds good. Man, I gotta find a place to get some boots.
Okay. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
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 Oh, I didn't hear us.
Hey, tell him
Good
good
night.
night from us too.
Hey, I will. He usually goes to bed at like 9.
Ah.
Watching the game.
Yeah. All right. So, Malone, Tree, you guys are planning on heading back to your house.
Mhm. Yes.
Are you leaving Onyx here for the night?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So one of the guards escorts you back through town. Takes a pretty direct route straight to where you live. It's not a problem. You get back to your shop. I don't know if you have any kind of an idea for what your shop looks like. If you'd like to share with the rest, or share with Tree what he sees.
No, not necessarily. I don't have much of an idea. I have like a mental idea, but I don't know how to actually convey like a real good example.
No
of
problem.
it, so
Tree, you get back and you do see this small little shop front sign hanging above the door that says Post Malone, right? That's the name of it?
Oh my god.
yep.
Yeah, Post Malone is the name of this place.
It's Post Milan.
Milan.
but,
Post Milan.
But it
Apologies.
usually is, no, it's usually called Post Malone, which is understandable.
This is yours?
Yes. Yeah, it was my father's first. He was Priant, his name, and when it was his shop, he called it the Priant Post. But since then, I inherited it, and I changed the name to keep some of the old taste, but make it my own.
Nice place.
Yeah, it's a bit quaint. But I go inside the store, and there's like a door in the back, and the door has like a staircase up to the top, and I live upstairs above the store.
And the shop, you see there's potion bottles all throughout. There's one section that has a little desk with all sorts of different pieces of equipment on it. Probably most of it's completely foreign to you and no idea what it does. But as you walk through, a lot of it seems pretty pretty dusty. A lot of the stuff sitting on the shelves doesn't really get used all that much. Some of the things have been here for quite a while.
Yeah, it's inherently a bit more rundown than it had been in the past. And that's not necessarily due to the travel of the journey for Brother Arma, it just is a bit more rundown.
Seems nice to me.
Well, I thank you. You're very kind.
I am feeling a bit weary.
Yeah. I might as well go to bed. But go visit Brother Arma in the morning. Grab the others. So, I just go to bed.
Okay. Tree, anything you're doing before?
Did he set me up with like a spot?
Yeah,
Or am
yeah.
I just like
Set you up with like a spot on the couch upstairs.
after he leaves, I'm covering the couch with all the leaves and branches and stuff.
That is fine. That's hilarious.
Oh man.
A little taste of home.
He's supposed to feel at home. It's at home.
Great.
I'm not used to sleeping indoors, so.
All right. So night goes uneventfully. You all rest up quite comfortably, under the safety of a solid roof and not having to worry about any outside interference or having to keep watches. It's a nice, restful time. You all wake up the next morning, maybe a little later, as you guys were awake pretty late into the night. But as you wake up, the sun's definitely well, I guess it's still mostly behind the mountains, but the city is alive and moving when you guys wake up.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and wake up like a little early and try to like brush most of it off, but it's pretty obvious that there's still some refuse.
Considering I don't sleep nearly as late as he does, just by virtue of my race, I would like to wake up. I also have to sleep 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
Or trans for 4 hours?
Yeah.
So assuming that state, I'd like to get up earlier than him and notice the state of the couch.
Yeah, you see him sleeping
and
on
like
it.
sleeping on it. And I'm just going to shake my head and be kind of in awe. I'm not going to wake him up or anything. That'd be rude, but just, I'm kind of like, this guy's weird. I'm gonna kind of go down and open up just get the shop a bit cleaned up from my timeout.
Okay.
And yeah.
No problem.
When he gets up, I'll meet him downstairs.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm gonna wake up and think that I'm sneaky.
You're gonna clean it all up.
Exactly.
Well,
try
do a shitty job
yeah.
at cleaning it all up. There's still like dirt worn into parts of the couch for sure. Just try to brush it off best I can with my hands, but my hands are also dirty.
Great. Yeah, so after you pack up and get ready, you go downstairs, you meet Milan there in his shop, tidying up a few things. Anything you guys doing before leaving?
Just probably make a few potions in the morning, and elixirs, that is, and have them ready to go.
Okay.
That's all. But I assume I still have all my spell slots since I was up like 4 hours.
Sure.
Before
You could have done it before you went to sleep. Yeah.
You don't sell
Oh, yeah,
herbalism kits, do you? At your
Nope.
shop?
I could definitely put some stuff together or talk to my people who help to supply us. We usually get our own stuff, but I know a few people.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that's
Give me a
something
couple-
I'd love to see. Or I'd love to pick something like that up while we're in town. All right. Well, I'm ready to go meet the boys if you're ready.
Yeah, we can head on out. I'm gonna lock up the shop, make sure it's just closed momentarily.
Yeah. I guess I wake up whenever I wake up. And I want to go down and talk to Dara or whoever's the keep still. Is Dara again?
She's not here this morning. She probably comes in later on for when most of the people come by. But there is a bartender there.
Okay. Well, I go ahead and I'm like, hey, I'm Ulog. I didn't see you. What's your name?
It's a lady.
Oh, it's a lady.
Relatively young. Yeah. A younger
Okay.
lady, probably mid-20s, human. She just says, my name is Balda.
Oh,
What can I do for you?
well, it's nice to meet you, Balda. I have a couple buddies that are gonna rendezvous here. I'm seeing if I can get some. What's in the menu for breakfast?
Well, we have some dried meats and some bread. Probably a few cheeses I could bring out for you.
That sounds good. You want to get a nice little a couple plates going so we can eat something before we head out?
I'd love to. How many plates?
Like, let's do 4.
Not a problem. That'll just be a gold piece altogether.
Okay, I give her a gold piece.
All right. Anything else y'all doing before meeting up?
I guess is Thusker, you already up or are you like still sleeping?
I'll wake up around the same time that you do,
Okay,
and just kind of do normal stuff.
cool. So I guess we're
A little
both just chilling
hangover.
at the bar,
Okay.
snacking on some meat, waiting for them.
Yeah, not too much longer before Tree and Milan come in. And you guys meet up and find a table to have some breakfast.
Good morning, boys.
Oh, good
Oi,
one.
oi.
Hope everybody slept well.
I think Tree slept very well.
Very well. Thank you for the accommodations.
Yeah,
It was outrageously comfortable.
I'm glad to hear.
Good.
I've never slept on a couch before. It was quite an adventure.
Well, that's good. Well, that's nice. New experiences are always good. I got Balda to get us some meats, cheeses, and some bread so we can eat something before we go see Brother Arma.
Thank you, Ulog.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
You're
thank you.
welcome. No problem.
Do I owe you for that?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
I
no,
give him
you-
a couple
no.
silver pieces.
No. You good. It was only a gold piece.
Okay.
This is
I'll
my
get you
town.
back.
I should be the one providing hospitality for you.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's just money.
All right.
But yeah, I guess I'll finish.
So, what do we have to do
describing.
today? We've got to go see Brother Arma.
I want to buy boots. That's how we
Okay.
do that.
Boot shopping?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
sounds good.
is it Brother Arma for sure first? But
Oh yeah, that first. We can
Yeah,
do boots
that
later.
figure out if he's got anything else for us.
Yeah, we gotta tell him. He's gonna see that we passed his test.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you're not doing anything else here, you guys quite easily make your way back to the Temple of Lathander, the large decorated building with the symbol of Lathander out front, on the front. And you led inside, led back to the same meeting room where you first met up with Brother Armor. And after a few minutes, after the acolyte leaves you, Brother Armor returns or comes in and sees you all sitting there and sees Tree, this new person, and just says, "Oh, well, hello. How? I assume it went well. How was your journey?"
It was pretty precarious, but we got the sword. Malone, you got it, right?
Yeah, I have it. I'll pull out Durandara.
And he kind of just picks
And
it up.
This was the sword, right? It looked like the one we expected. You said
It
you
was
would know it when
indeed.
we saw it.
This is definitely the blade you were sent for. And he just kind of holds it and looks at it for a moment. Well done indeed. Tell me about it. How was it? What did you think?
It was terrifying. We all almost died a bunch of times.
Yeah, it was harder than I expected, to be quite frank, brother. I expected a test for sure, but this was nearly deadly multiple times.
Yes, it was. And there's been
And-
a few adventurers who did not survive this kind of
And
test.
do you know about the Nyogi?
I'm sorry? The what?
So there were these Nyogi there. Have you not heard of them?
I do not know what that is.
Well,
And,
they're...
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Oh, my apologies. Brother Arma, my name is Tree.
Tree. Ah,
I met these gentlemen on their way to the test, and I joined up with them. And we've now forged a bond by, as you've heard a few times now, almost dying a whole lot together. Tends to bring people close, you know?
It does indeed.
But yeah, the Nyogi, they're basically like alien spiders that control your mind.
Oh.
Yeah, they're huge and very powerful.
Oh boy. And where did you meet these things?
In the caverns. They turned us on each other. Took some of our strongest fighters and turned them against us ourselves. It made the whole thing much more complicated.
Wow. That's Yes, I can see why that was much more deadly than I had planned, and I apologize for this unforeseen circumstance. Are they
all right.
are they still there?
We handled it. You know, we met up with Kelbor actually afterwards.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and he said we had scared him away, and you know we saw they actually had like a massive craft that took off into the sky with like towers on the back of it.
I'm sorry? What?
Yeah, I know it sounds. Listen, it sounds
and he
crazy.
just kind of looks at the other three of you
But you
guys.
could ask Kelbor about it.
And he's just like, kind of just looking to you guys like, is this just someone you picked up off the street that has stories now? he looks very very confused and is just kind of put out a little bit by what this strange creature is saying.
I'll give him a bit more background.
Hey, Ulag, I think you're muted. We can't hear you.
Me?
No, Ulag.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Yeah, we can't hear anything from you, Terrell. Oh, you're not even in the voice chat.
Oh.
Maybe he left to rejoin?
He just left, yeah.
Okay, cool. I have,
like
I'm
2
recording, so I
seconds
can't
ago.
hear this stuff.
Right.
Right. Yeah, he just
Can you
left
guys
a
hear me
minute.
now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that.
All good. All good.
Was it? Well, I think what I was saying, I wanted to get a little bit closer to Brother Arma. I guess we were still explaining to him. I wanted to vouch for Tree. I'm like, listen, the man speaks the truth. We ran into those weird Nyogi creatures and definitely saw them fly away in a weird craft with weird pincers on the front. It was quite disturbing, but soon after that, we met up with Kalebor, and I got him to give us a ride back here. He was quite the talkative one.
He gave you a ride here.
Yeah.
Wow. That must have been exciting.
Thus really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, yes, Kelbor loves to meet with your kind and talk to
He
them.
said he's met with other adventurers before.
Yes.
That you've sent for this test.
Yes, he was quite gracious in helping us set up that little cave and some other areas, and been able to help me with a few of my constructions. He
I didn't
lives
realize you were
near there.
so into building, brother.
Not necessarily building, just putting together these gauntlets, dungeons for you to, for adventurers to complete.
There's more than one?
There may be. I've done this one. I've made changes and adjustments to this one many times.
Oh, well, that's very interesting.
Yeah, but mission accomplished, Brother Arma.
Well done.
Have we proven ourselves worthy?
Yes.
Of his job?
You have. You have indeed. And I feel I can trust you with the next mission. But before we get to that, I believe I promised you a reward. Is that correct?
You sure did.
And I think it was 300 gold.
I don't remember.
I don't. Actually,
That
no. I
sounds
don't
right.
think anybody actually asked No,
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 I don't
nobody,
think we ever.
nobody ever actually asked about it.
No.
But he does put a sack on the table that has 300 gold in it.
I'm not gonna say no.
You know, like 100 gold for each of you
Definitely
was
not.
the plan.
I'm gonna mention to him that with let's see, go find my shit real quick.
Yeah, you guys can split it 3 ways.
Since Absurd's arrival, this will go a long way.
Oh, have you been having issues?
Here and there.
He
He's
was,
definitely slowed my business down.
yes, he was telling me that he was considering trying to hire you to work for him.
Yeah,
Has he talked to you about that?
I kindly declined that offer.
I hear he pays
We'll
well,
never give up. That's true, but
especially for creators of your skill.
I'm still not interested. I would not give up the shop. It's too much memory of my parents.
Understandable. Well, I'm glad I could help out at least a little bit.
If you had more opportunities for payment, it would be. You said this was a test. I assume there's other things you need accomplished.
Yes. Yes, definitely. This is something that needs to be done that is not around here. You have to travel quite a ways to reach it, and it will involve quite a bit of danger and quite a bit of. It will require a lot of skill on your part and some planning, but I will just jump right into it. An old acolyte.
All ears.
An old acolyte of mine, Meta, has been
M-E-H-T-A?
META.
Okay.
Meta. Has been working and ministering to the people of the town of Goldenleaf, south of here, on the other side of the mountain. And she's been telling me that things have taken a turn for the worse there. The town it's a mining town. It's set up just a few miles away from the ore mine, and it's quite profitable, and people who live there just do quite well. And we import a lot of metals and ores and gold and other minerals from that area. But she's been telling me that they've had a new mayor has taken over the town, and since he has taken over, things have gotten bad. He's brought quite a few of his own men and his own guards, and apparently the town is being run almost through martial law, and he's been charging higher and higher taxes and making the people work much longer hours and trying to buy up whatever land he can from the people who live there, and trying to force as many of the landowners out so that he can own the entire place.
Politics.
And at this point, it's hard for anybody to do anything there. And we cannot just send an army to take down this city. There are people there. I feel the best way would be you guys going, meeting with her, and figuring out a way to stop this man. And
Subterfuge, our specialty.
and put an end to his tyrannical rule.
Brother Arm, I don't mean to be rude, but what place does the Temple of Lathander have to say what is and is not right for a mayor doing in another town?
Well, the things he is doing in this town are not good for the people there. There are many that are unhappy and upset and don't have the means themselves to stop it or to make a change. I do not like when people just rule without the best interests of the people at heart. A ruler should be just and kind and ruling in favor of the people as opposed to just for his own gain. And even if
Interesting.
this is not a good man who is doing these things, this should be stopped.
Yeah, sounds like quite the shit
agree,
lord.
brother.
If you
Ah.
if you get there and you feel there are other changes that can be made besides just removing him from office, then by all means, make changes, make the town a better place. But this how things are now cannot continue.
Hmm.
I don't
Well,
think he is killing any people or murdering or anything like that, but this is definitely something that should be stopped when you can.
Well-
I don't mean
well,
to put any
well,
kind
what do
of...
you think, boys?
I'm sorry?
I said, what do you think, boys? We're gonna do this, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ah.
I can't let this go on. It's no
Yeah.
way to rule.
Definitely not.
You don't need to go there right away. Take your time, by all means. Rest up in town, recover from your harrowing journey, purchase any supplies you need. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know. And if those of you need directions around town and Malone can't help you, then please, I'm more than willing to help.
Well, we would certainly need to know where there's some shops.
Yeah.
Specifically, I'm sure we'd be interested in arms and armor, possibly potions. I know Malone can probably help us out there, but
Well,
you know.
there's quite a few different small shops that sell these things. You could also just go to Absurd's. He sells almost everything that you will need for your journey.
Ooh.
Dude, I mutter immediately. Yeah, if you want to drive all the local business owners out of Osiris.
Oh.
Oh, is this like the Walmart of
Yeah. Yeah. What's it called again? I've never heard of this shop.
He just referred to it as Absurds, and he says it's
Absurds?
Absurds Oddities is what he calls it. But yeah, he sells quite a bit of different wares and magical potions and scrolls.
Does he buy items as well? Or do they buy items as well?
He does. I don't think you would make much of a profit selling to him.
Okay.
He tries to buy things relatively cheaply, and then he can sell them relatively cheaply. It's his business. But if you'd like a one-stop shop, I'm sure he'll carry everything. If you prefer to go directly to the source and ask around, or shop around, if you're looking for weapons, my friend Arkin can sell you all sorts of different weapons and armor. He's quite a skilled blacksmith.
Wait, doesn't Malone have beef with him too?
Oh yeah.
Why do you have beef with all the shopkeepers around here?
Well,
Yeah,
We
really.
can't get anything we want.
I don't have beef with. I have beef with those two people. I don't have beef with Arkin. Arkin's just racist as shit.
Yes, that is true. He is pretty racist. He does not like elves, so maybe you don't go to him. You can
go to
shops.
Arkin for blacksmith stuff. He's good. He does great work. I won't stop you from going in by any means. There's nothing wrong with him. He just is not a great person towards my kind.
I mean, if I'm choosing between racist or bad business practices, I'm gonna go with the bad business practices, probably.
Yeah.
He is quite a
Me
good
too.
blacksmith. Chance is also a good blacksmith. He doesn't really discriminate against any kind, if that's what you prefer. If you're looking for clothes, Liren
Ooh.
is quite a
I
good
need
tailor.
boots.
Liren? Liren, yes.
Okay.
Malone, you've actually probably met Liren quite a few times. He's another elf. He's a wood elf. Let's see, what else did you guys say? If you're just looking for general goods, you can go to Raylod's. He's got a
Is
small
there like
general store selling.
Is there like an apothecary?
Yes. Besides,
There's some sort of an herbal shop.
yes. Let me find it. What exactly are you looking for? Tree?
I'd certainly be interested in an herbalism kit, but also just some
Drugs.
thinking about
I'm your guy for drugs.
spell components as well, just kind of random natural.
Oh yeah, I gotta get more
oddities.
pipe weed.
Yes. Well, in that case, I think you should talk to Arwell. She's the local witch. But she lives in the general in the main square, which you guys have probably walked through a couple times. It's a very large open square area with a large well sitting in the middle of it. And he says she lives in a strange-looking hut near the well. You can't miss it if you go to the town square. But I'm sure she'll be able to help you with anything that you may need with
Perfect.
regards to natural ingredients. What else did you guys say? Was that it? If you're looking for maybe food or any kind of other things, you can go to the bakery. A couple of and she kind of looks towards you, Ulag. A couple of gnomes run the bakery.
Oh,
Anverth and D, and
my brethren.
they run their bakery and home goods shop called D's Nuts. And
Oh. Yeah, leave it to some gnomes to come up with a name like that.
He cracked
They're gonna
himself
have to
up.
stop
yeah, I
right
had to pause for a minute for saying it. Yeah.
It's understandable.
Wait, so I gotta ask: were they already awful pun names, or did you decide to make them all awful pun names?
Okay,
after
well that
my
one
shot
originally
that
had a
they
different
put-
name, and I thought about that. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna change her name. Her name's now D. But this was like weeks ago. I've planned most of this in advance. Barge Right In
Gotcha.
was probably a year ago. I thought I was like, hey, nope, that's gonna be the name of my inn. There we go.
It's a good name.
I love it.
Let's see. Yeah. So, is there anything else? If you think of something and you can't ask around town to find it, by all means, let me know.
Well, sounds good, Brother Arma. I guess we'll return here after we try to stop the dictator.
Yes, and yes, I look forward to a new era for Golden Leaf, thanks to you, hopefully.
Oh yeah, and just so we're clear, what's the reward for this one?
Yeah, just to
Did he? Sorry, he paid us for this one. We just did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave us 300.
and
So-
Tree said we could have all of it, so at 100.
Oh, you don't want any of it, Tree?
No. I joined late.
Oh,
I was not a part of that agreement.
still, you really helped out a lot, though.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, if you ever need anything, let us know.
Well, we'll just see how much the things I want cost. I have this bag of like coins, but I don't know how much any of them are worth, really.
You just kind of like look. You're like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm like super rich or totally broke right now, honestly.
That's funny.
Oh,
All right.
You asked about how much he was going to pay you for this. I will give you 300 gold each if you're able to bring Golden Leaf back.
Bring him back.
Bring Golden Leaf to a new era and be able to end this current reign of tyranny.
Okay. All right.
So that's fair enough. That's a good price.
One last thing. Do you know anything about a necromancer? Calbor said you might know about a wizard that lives in the outskirts of town.
Oh, yes. Everybody knows the wizard. He lives just right outside town. But why?
Okay.
Why do you? Why do you ask?
It's
And he's kind of looking
like
at you
a
suspiciously.
It's like a scavenger hunt I'm doing.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
What are you hunting for?
I've just heard that he's very powerful.
He is indeed.
Isn't that what you want? Power, Tree? Oh. I mean, tower.
Yes, I want to be taller. I'm trying to find somebody who knows the magic to make me taller.
I'm gonna roll my eyes and walk out at this point. And
Okay.
he give directions on where the armor smith was.
Sure.
Okay, then I'm gonna go that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk out with Tusk, and I'm like, see you later, Arma.
He says, "Oh, goodbye." And he says to you, Tree. You feel this wizard, this necromancer that you've heard of, can give you power?
tower. I think you misheard.
Very well. I cannot tell you where he lives.
I will find him. He said he's on the outskirts of town, right?
Yeah, he lives just outside town.
Okay.
Yes, but he is very good at
Do you
not
have
being
a-
found.
Do you have a problem with him?
No, not at all. He's an acquaintance of mine, and I've worked with him at times. But he
Do you know his name?
he's just the wizard. He's just the wizard.
The wizard that lives outside town.
Yeah,
That's his name, right?
Exactly. He lives just right outside town.
I think his name is Raymond.
He doesn't really go by a name. Doesn't really come out very much.
He who shall not be named.
I could relate to this guy. It seems like more and more.
Sounds right up your alley.
But I don't think you'll be able to just walk out there and find him. He probably will not, unless he has a reason to speak with you. He won't want to speak with you.
Do you think there's any way that I could get him to speak with me?
We'll get him to talk to us, Tree.
Perhaps if you complete this job, I can put in a good word for you. But I'd have to be able to tell him why you want to speak with him. I cannot just say, "Oh, hey, this Furbolg wants to talk to you." He'll be like, "Oh, I don't know what he would say, but I don't think he would be all for that."
Well,
Okay.
just tell him we have a
Well,
couple questions about magic or something.
Sounds like we've got some travel ahead of us, so we'll put together a business plan. We'll be back to you.
We could find something that he wants for sure.
That's true.
Yes,
Does he want some of these nuts?
I think he'd be capable of getting these nuts if he wanted them.
What is? Yeah, is there something that he likes that I should keep my eye out for?
Rare magic.
Rare magic.
So if you
My kind of guy.
find something that is unique or strange or out of the ordinary, he may be interested in speaking to you about it.
Okay.
Something
Well, I'll
like-
keep my eyes peeled.
This sword, which, by the way, you are free to keep with you for now, if you wish.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's
Wow.
What kind of sword is it? Again?
it's a long sword.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you say it like morphs into like
Ulog
a
could use it,
dagger and?
Yeah, Malone knows that it can change into a dagger or a short sword, a long sword, or a great sword.
Whatever, yeah,
Malone
whatever
could use it.
type you want. What's the other stuff about it that actually makes it magical? I apologize for not remembering.
Oh yeah, I don't think I actually ever gave it to you.
No, you did. It was something about light and whatnot. It made
Did
sense with the.
But I'm saying
hello.
I don't think I actually put it in your
Oh no, you didn't put it
character sheet.
in our
Um,
character sheet stuff.
It protects you from undead and I think fiends. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so it's a +1 weapon. While you wield it and you're attuned to it, you get you're protected from fiends and undead. Those creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Wow.
I'll add it to your character sheet in D&D Beyond, and you can add whatever you'd like.
Oh well, I to be quite frank, I don't think that I would need it.
Okay.
But I would gladly share it with anybody who does need it.
Actually, did I put it as a handout here? I think
No,
that's
I
the
don't
one
believe
thing
so.
I made a handout.
Did
Just didn't
we
publicize
did we
it.
ever figure out what that amulet was?
Yeah, I did. I just didn't ever share it. It not on purpose though.
No, it's okay if you didn't want to share it.
No, it's
I was
not.
just gonna say we should ask the brother if we never did figure it out.
No, we do have it. Let me grab it. I don't have my DD sheet open. I don't think I do. It was an amulet that had charges for very basic cantrips for each of the different elements of you could use charges and regain the 3 charges it had every day. And the stuff you could do with it was mold earth, control water, control flames. Each different element had its own what you call it, like cantrip that you could use the amulet for up to 3 times per day. And
Pretty neat.
yeah, it was a neat little thing. If you guys can make use of it, please do. I still have it on me.
And I'm sure you've had time to look at that little rod or wand. I don't think I ever
Yes.
put that in your equipment.
I'm terribly sorry because Audrey just walked in and was talking to me for 1 second. Can you give me the cliff notes of the amulet? Something about
Yeah, it does like 4 different cantrips for each of the like elements. So like it has mold earth, control water, like control flames. Like any different element, it can just like I think it has gust too. Gust was the last one where you can like move some wind, and basically it has 3 charges each day to like use those cantrips. Basically,
That's pretty cool.
Does
Yeah,
it use them as an action or bonus action? Or what?
I don't
Just
think
as default.
Yep.
I think there
casting time.
are normal casting.
Okay.
I kind of want to give it to Thusk just because the thought of Thusk wearing like an amulet with like it's just
You would rock it.
adorable.
This is
I'll rock it. I mean,
actually this is technically an upgrade by all means for me. There's no reason I shouldn't turn this into my pack weapon.
Yeah.
Is anybody
Do it,
else gonna
man.
use it?
I'm not. I got a magic ball, my dude.
Yeah, I know you have your own like family
My
model, which is
guy-
sweet.
My guy won't touch metal weapons. Just
Yep.
Delilah will get jealous.
I'll be right back. But by all means, continue. Whenever it gets to the point where I'm going to be buying things, I'm going to be buying splint mail if I can find that.
All right, I'll hold on to Jordana for now. Need to
I'll
make some personal choices.
put it in D&D Beyond. Yeah, it's on your character sheet along with the other little rod you found.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it definitely will be a decision to make about whether you actually want to use this kind of weapon, but that will be left up to you. All right, so Thusk is walking off towards the blacksmith. The rest of you guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, I wanna tag along.
I definitely want to hit up the tailor, but I'll go with them.
Okay.
Unless, if as long as it's in the same area.
Yeah, it's the market district. You'll be able to find most of those
Okay.
little shops there.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely go with them.
I'm gonna hang behind for a bit and talk to Brother Arma.
Okay.
A bit more, but
Sure.
I don't want to. I can do that later, out of the session.
All right.
I sent you more details in the Discord.
All right.
thing.
I will check that after session then. Unless it's something for now.
No, you're good.
All right. Ulag, Thusk, Tree, you guys all quite easily make your way. Did you want to go to visit Arkin, or did you guys want to visit Chance?
I would like to visit Chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's-
Yeah. I'm down with that, Chance.
Since we got Malone with us.
He's actually didn't come with you guys. You guys.
Yeah, Malone's not here.
He stayed back.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
we could
still-
go see Arkin then. We can if
Yeah,
Malone's not here.
guys-
let's
you
compare
guys could've-
prices. Let's
You
compare
guys could have
prices.
seen
Yeah.
Arkin even if I was there. I'm not gonna stop you guys from going to see Arkin.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, come on, man.
Still, come on, it's racist.
You saw that painting.
Yeah, the painting was so racist. He put so much hate into that painting for elves.
You really did.
But yeah, I guess I'll head to Arkin because I feel like he's a better blacksmith.
Yeah, so you guys quite easily find your way to his shop, and you kind of see him hammering away. He's a very stout dwarf, a full beard, long hair. He's actually not really wearing any kind of armor himself. He's just kind of wearing his apron and some trousers, and some kind of shirt. But you see him hammering away at his anvil. You also see kind of hanging about, moving some stuff around, maybe polishing a few swords or some weapons, a large blue dragonborn, who seems to kind of have a pleasant look on his face, and sees you guys as you walk up, and the dragonborn comes up to you guys. Hello, how are you doing today? What can I do for you?
Hey, how are you?
I know our friend Thusk here was looking for some splint mail.
And
Yeah.
after business is done, I had a couple questions for you.
Sure. Thus, you're at Arkin's shop, and a blue dragonborn, and you also see Arkin, who you assume is this dwarf hammering away at the anvil, and you see a blue dragonborn also who has come up and greeted you guys. And he says, "Oh, you're looking for some armor?"
Mm-hmm.
And you said your name's Tusk, is that right? Is that what you said? Great. What kind of armor are you looking for?
Splint mail.
Split
I
mail.
guess I'll be like, he wanted splint mail. I think he said earlier. Well, not said, but wrote.
Sure.
Indicated.
Splint mail, definitely. It'd probably take us some time to get it fitted for you, if you'd like. If you come over here to our armor section, I can show you our array of different styles, and we can pick one that fits that suits you.
Is the Dragonborn named Garrig?
Yeah.
Of course it is. I should have known. I had to remember what Gibbs' character was.
Yeah. I think I mentioned that a while ago how they were still working together. But anyway, so he leads you over to one side of the shop that has a whole bunch of different sets of armor. There, you see there's one mannequin kind of proudly displayed in front that has this beautiful, very dark black set of plate mail. Very well made, all these intricate carvings all throughout it. And then, like, hanging up on the wall, he's got all his armor sets, a few different kinds. You see a few different styles. There's like a dwarven style of split mail, and then just a typical blank human style. You see a couple of sets of the same armor the guards have been wearing around town. That kind of split mail. Seems like he's made some armor for them. But he just kind of walks you guys through it, talks quite a bit throughout the whole time. And he just says, this dwarven metal is the best you're going to find. You can purchase a set of that. It's just 220 gold. If you prefer just the human style, it's a little cheaper, a little easier to make, not as intricate. Just 200 gold for that set.
I'll motion towards the really fancy-looking black plate mail and be like,
That? Oh, yes, that is one of my friend's finer pieces that he's made. It took him quite a few months to make that and craft that. It's made of real adamantine, super rare, but it is tougher and stronger than any other kind of metal you'll find. It's the best armor set he's ever made, and costs quite a pretty penny. I do not think you can afford it, my friend.
Alright.
But it is, if you'd like to know, so you can come back at a later date, it is 2,500 gold pieces.
Ooh.
I immediately walk away from it and go straight towards the dwarven set he talked about.
Okay.
That was 220.
Yeah.
And just that one.
Good choice. Do you mind stepping back here, and I can take your measurements, and in just a few days you can come back, and I'm sure we'll have it ready for you. Perfectly fitted to your... perfectly fitted to your specifications. So he takes you back, does the measurements, makes a whole bunch of noise. He talks the whole time. Then after you're done, he says, I apologize, but we will need just a deposit of 100 gold, just in case you don't come back for it. We will have made some money for our work.
I'll fork it over.
Okay. And he kind of makes a few notes on the same paper and says, thank you. And the other two of you, what can I do for you?
Do you know where I might be able to find some hide armor?
Ooh.
Some
At
hide?
this point, I'm going to finish my conversation with Brother Arma and assume that they went to Arkin and head over there myself.
Okay.
I'm not going to walk in just yet, but I will definitely go visit Arkin.
Sure. As you get there, you see them inside talking.
Oh god.
He's walking around. It's an open shop. You can hang out outside if you'd like. Some hide armor.
Yeah, I mean, I know that might be below a shop of such stature as yours, but
yeah, Arkin typically works with metal and
right.
that kind of armor.
So I'm wondering if you knew where I could find some, though.
I believe Chance does quite a bit of work with some leather working. I fucking had a person too. I thought, did I not? Where is this? I guess I just set up to clothier. That's okay. Yeah, Chance can definitely help you out with that. Leather is definitely more his specialty, and the softer armors are from him.
I appreciate you letting me know.
And you, little man, what can I do for you?
Oh yeah. Hey. So we got a buddy that we know you're not too fond of. His name's Malone. He's an elf. I know you guys hate elves.
I don't hate
But-
elves.
Oh, you don't?
They're a little annoying, but I tolerate
Huh.
them.
Yeah, they are.
Fair enough. They are a little bit annoying, but anyways, besides the point. What I wanted to ask you is, when did you become such a great painter? We saw some of your work.
As you mentioned that, his face just all of a sudden just changes. The pleasant expression he had just disappears, and he kind of just stands
Oh,
up
no.
straighter a little bit. And Arkin, who's just been hammering away, all of a sudden he stops and he just looks over in your direction.
Did I strike a chord?
He says,
Oops.
what? What are you talking about?
We saw a landscape painting. Had your name on it, Arkin Stonefoot, right?
Oh, yeah. And this is Garrig talking. Sorry. He says,
Oh, okay.
yeah, actually,
Garrick, sorry.
let's see. I painted that one, and I put his name on it as a joke.
Oh. Okay.
And he kind of glances over at Arkin.
That's a
And
funny
Arkin
one.
just kind of nods his head.
Can I roll an insight check?
By all
See?
Yeah, I
means.
was about to ask.
By all means,
Dang it.
any of you can.
Okay, I want to roll it. I'm not good at it, but I'll try.
Don't worry. He is not a good liar.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you guys can all quite easily tell that he's definitely trying to hide something, and this what he just said seemed a little rehearsed, like he was basically reciting it.
Well,
And he
I
just
don't
like
mean
kind of
to
saying
pry
it
a little bit.
monotone.
Yeah, well, I don't mean to pry, but it doesn't seem like you're being a little too truthful about that. If you don't want to talk about it, it's fine, but just thought it was weird.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Well,
What is it with you
I guess
people?
that concludes my business.
You
What'd you say?
adventurers always asking about these fucking paintings. I don't care. Stop talking. Stop asking us about paintings. I should have never
this
made
is my
that.
First time.
You're not the first ones. There was another group that came through here, and they were asking me. They interrupted me while I was at the bar, asking all these questions about painting, and it was very confusing. So just no.
Okay. Taken. I'll drop it. You know. Can I go ahead? Can I make like a minor illusion of the painting that I saw, like a tinier version?
Uh-huh.
Like just do it like on the like the little counter front.
Sure. What
I'm
the?
just gonna like.
What the? What is that?
What's what?
What is that thing on the desk? What is that?
Oh look, that's the painting. You guys have a miniature version?
And his face changes. He's like, "Oh, yes, of course that's the painting that I drew. Yes. Wait, what?" And he kind of goes over and like touches it, and his hand just goes right through it, and he just kind of looks back. Oh, damn it.
Okay, all right. So that's confirmed. Gotcha. And I
No,
just walk out.
Wait, no. Oh, fuck.
For what it's worth, I thought it was great work. Really well done. Great. You did a great job on it.
Thank you.
I have no idea that he's lying.
I guess. Wait, is Malone? Are you sitting outside? Did I bump
Yeah.
into you?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
Yeah, you pretty easily see him.
Oh, cool.
As you come out, I'm gonna ask him. Did you ask Arkin about the painting?
Yeah, I did.
Did he?
Yeah,
So
I
he
told
painted,
you I was gonna do it. He kind of got a little upset about it.
but he painted it.
He's yes. He said that he painted it.
All right.
I confirmed it.
Fair.
They
Where we
tried
up
to
to
pawn it off, like the other Dragonborn did it, named Garrick, but I know he did it. He was lying.
Yeah, Gary.
It was kind of the other way.
Yeah, so Garrig was the one who's trying to say that he himself drew it.
Oh, okay. So
And,
yes.
and it seemed like it was like a reversed speech saying that he drew it himself.
Oh, okay.
And that seemed like it was a little bullshit. And Arkin was kind of just
Mm.
listening. He had like walked over to another table and was working on something, but you can kind of see his eyes like going sideways, watching you guys listening
Okay.
the whole time. And then like
Okay.
every time Garrig would like say something, he would be nodding his head, like, "Oh yeah, that's the right line. That's the right line."
I left.
Anything else y'all do in there?
I'm gonna ask him if he paints commissions.
What is that? Is that
Like I
like
tell you what to
a
paint, like
place?
I have an idea for something to paint, and you paint it, and I give you some money for it. You're very talented.
I don't really do that. It's just for fun.
Okay.
I don't paint for the business. I work here. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I thought it would be nice, but I would have definitely given you some great exposure.
Oh, what? What's you? What do you mean?
I'd show it to people. I'd always carry it around. If people would see it, I'd tell them, "Hey, Garrett painted it. You should go to him and get your stuff painted. He's awesome."
That's not really what I want to be known for.
It could be very lucrative, though.
Yeah. Do you meet a lot of people you talk about? And you talk to them. What about telling them something else about me? I could. All right, here. I'll tell you this. A lot of nights I'm over at the Blue Dragon Inn, and I do some comedy there. I do some stand-up comedy. So if you'd like
Okay.
to come by, listen in. If you enjoy it, you can go tell other people, and then I can be famous as a comedian instead of as a painter.
And then I could commission a joke.
Okay, yeah, I'm really good at writing jokes.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right.
We have
all
a
right.
deal.
Well, yeah, sounds great.
I'll be there tomorrow night if you're in town, but I'm there quite a bit. You can find me there easily. They all
Okay,
know me.
sounds
I'm
awesome. Thanks, man.
I'll leave with Tree when
Okay.
he leaves.
Sure. All right. What else are you guys doing? What else do you need to take care of?
The tailor? Can we go to the tailor?
Yeah. But actually, on your way there, as you guys are walking through town, walking towards this guy Liren that you met, you're approached by a plump, well-dressed dwarf. As he
Ooh.
walks up to you, and as he's walking up to you, he's pretty chubby, and his belly bounces up and down as he moves. And he just walks right up to you and sticks out his hands and says, "Hello there, fine adventurers. I'm Landale Hampshire,
I shake his hand.
Shire. All right.
assistant mayor. Whoa, you seem to be new in town.
You said Lando?
Landal,
said?
Landall.
Okay.
Yes, we're new.
Are you in town for pleasure or looking for work, perhaps? If so, I have something that needs, let's say, tending to.
Well,
It's possible.
I'll tell you now, we don't work for free.
Oh, of course not. I'd be more than willing to pay 100 gold to each of you if you're able to do something for me. Well, there's this bandit captain, Giles Neville. He's established a toll booth about 2 days travel east of here. And it's kind of been an issue for travelers coming in and out who don't really like having to pay just to travel these roads. And a lot of some of our shippers have stopped sending supplies, and I would love it if you could help stop him from making travelers pay a toll. That's just not something that I can allow.
All right. I mean, that sounds easy enough.
And I honestly, he leans in a little bit. I don't care how you do it. He and his bandits have caused enough havoc and trouble in this area, and I'm sure if you take care of him, if you cut off the head of the snake, I'm sure the tail will die. If you know what I mean.
Well, we got a couple days. We gotta wait for Thusk's armor, right?
Ah.
So I mean, we could probably go do that in the meantime if you guys are feeling up to it.
Sure.
All right. So we have a deal. All I need from you is he wears this very, very nice bandolier of daggers across his chest. You'll recognize it. Easy to see. It's kind of what he's known for. It's pretty famous, this nice
okay.
bandolier.
Bandolier of daggers.
Gold studs and a buckle. It's pretty fancy, actually. But if you bring that to me as proof of him being put out of business, so to say, we will call it a deal. And I'll even throw in a free night at the end and 10 gold pieces to incentivize you to work for me.
I like that.
Let's see.
Boys.
Do you know how many men this guy has? Like how
Yeah.
many bandits there are?
I don't know exactly how many. There's been quite a few dozen from what I've heard from travelers. Malone, you're with them, right? Can you give me a history check since you're from this area and you've probably heard things about him?
Damn.
Oh, fuck
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. So you've heard talk of this Giles Neville quite a bit. His career started as a rogue in a small band of adventurers, but eventually became greedy and power hungry, and as his skills grew, he found he didn't really want to help anyone else anymore. He only wanted to help himself. And then on a dark night many years ago, while still in the company of his original group of adventurers, his sword for hire party, his fame escalated when he single-handedly infiltrated a bandit camp and killed their leader, taking control of the bandits after that.
So if we kill him, we get control of the bandits.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
You're...
Wait, no, that's not. Just let them
Hey,
disperse. You
oh.
don't want to take control of bandits. They're horrible
Oh,
people.
I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have
No,
said
but
this.
then we
Okay.
Good.
I wouldn't have said this information to them in his presence. He would have
Oh,
given us a job. We would have moved on. I would have told him about
No
the
problem.
background of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
take
yeah.
out their leader. They'll all just, they'll just go away probably.
Or we could have our own bandits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Play it by ear.
Or we could have our own bandits.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
could. Yeah. Well,
I mean,
we'll see
imagine
what happens.
if we had like dozens of bandits and we used them for good.
It's true.
It'd be incredible. Think of all the things we could accomplish.
If we had bandits, it could really help out getting revenge on my parents.
I'll, as you say that, I'll
Now
turn
we're
to you and
thinking.
just be like, pull out my like big ass maul.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course, you guys as well. I'm just saying, we need some peons.
Where can I go
Absolutely.
to buy javelins?
Oh yeah.
Arkin had quite a few, or you can go to the other blacksmith. It's no problem to buy them. Or, of course, if you'd like to go to Absurds, I'm sure he has plenty. Or just a regular general store. The Ray Lodge general store definitely has quite a few.
I'll go back to Arkin's while they.
I gotta get my boots.
This-
I'm
You
going
guys are heading to the
tailor.
tailor, right? I don't want to go to the tailor. I got no use going there, so I'm
That's
gonna.
fine. If it's
I'm
just
gonna
me,
go
I
to-
don't care.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to Chance's, but I'm gonna go to Absurds.
Awesome.
Oh wow.
Great. I think we'll end here for tonight.
Yeah.
Pick up
that
next
sounds
week.
good.
Feel free, if there's something you want to buy, just message me and we'll work it out then. We'll do a little bit of role playing in the morning, especially Tree when you go to Absurds, because it'll be a little different. But yeah, we'll pick that up next week. Feel free to message me about whatever.
Okay.
Cool.
How much are javelins?
From Arkin, they're just 5 silver pieces each.
Okay, I'm gonna buy. Fuck, I want to be even. So it's 4, I guess, for now. So it's 2 gold.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all that I wanted to buy.
Cool.
By the end of this
Is that
campaign,
fair?
I'm gonna be just
Do
holding.
you guys see her climbing? Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. I saw that a minute ago. I was like, whoa, we have a new
Wait, what
party
is
member.
this?
Yeah, we do.
It's the healing
Louise.
spirit.
Louise was like
It's
climbing
the
right
healing
up here.
spirit.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Now she's over here.
Aw.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking at the.
She was
Yeah.
climbing.
That's cool.
Aw. Look at that cute baby.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's like the nice one.
Aw. Yeah, I love ferrets. I've never had ferrets though.
Can I?
They're weird.
Real quick before the session ends,
Super duper weird.
I want to ask Ulag about his pipe weed, and
Oh yeah.
I want to try to see if I can make. Like, I want to work on trying to make it. I want to use my alchemical background and see if I can make pipeweed at all. Whether or not it's like not fine pipeweed, but like synthesize a pipeweed alternative.
I mean, you're trying to make some synthetic pipeweed. I mean, usually you just grow it, but if you want to try and make some synthetics, I'm down to try some experimental shit.
Yeah.
You've probably, Malone, you've probably heard about a variant of this pipeweed, that your people use a bit. It's an elven pipeweed. Different, very much different effects. But it's pretty illegal. Most places don't allow it. But it helps numb muscles and produces a light hallucinogenic effect when taken.
Ooh.
Is this a Lord of the Rings song?
Yeah, I think this is the LOTR background music. Yeah, I've heard there's a few different times I'm like, that you probably know how to make, or at least be able to find ingredients to make it if you wish. It's just definitely legal and much more expensive than regular pipeweed, since it's rare.
I would want to make it. I'm not much for the use of consumption myself. I just want to try to make it.
Okay. Well, you have a good test subject in Ulag who will probably try out anything.
Yeah, I'll absolutely smoke that shit.
And we can definitely work on making that.
Alright. That sounds good. I like that. Next session's gonna be good. I'll get my boots, get some pipeweed, get some, go to D's Nuts. Check out my gnome buddies, see if they can make me some, like, edibles.
There you go. Right on, man.
Right?
Good session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed.
That was fun. I like how RP heavy it was.
Yeah, after the dungeon, it's good to have a time in town where you can just do whatever and talk.
It's very relaxing.
Yeah, last week was pretty hectic, and then last night's session was pretty hectic. So it's like, whew, two straight sessions of just
Yeah, I almost TPK'd.
Shenanigans.
That was a good session. That was great. But yeah, this relaxing is
Razor had
fun.
to save us from ourselves in that other session.
Yeah.
We would have TPK'd ourselves.
We had
Jeez.
9 HP
Razor
remaining
hadn't
at
helped
the end of
us
the
out.
battle
I didn't help you.
amongst 2 people.
Well, no, you just no. I'm not saying. I'm not saying you helped us. I'm just saying, the story kind of didn't want to end right there.
Well, yeah, we had 2 natural 20s on death saves last night.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That sounds huge. Jesus.
And you still almost got wiped.
Yep.
Oh my god, so close. Everybody was down except for 2 people, and one of them had 1 HP.
And one was held person.
Yeah, one was held
at the
the
end.
whole
It was
person. Yeah.
Paralyzed, and then the little rogue standing in the middle to finish it off.
Based crit to kill the guy.
Yeah, finished it with a 20.
That was nuts.
Oh man.
You literally had the amount of sleep to put Ranger Ghost to sleep.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was also nuts.
Yeah, when you first casted it, I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because they, like I said, they have 67 HP each.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're fine.
Alright, gentlemen. I'm gonna hop on out of here, but it's been wonderful as usual. I'll be here next week, right? You said next week we're playing, but the week after that
we're playing next week, but not the week after.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, gentlemen.
See ya.
Peace out.
See ya.
Rob, I was